ani nyina no mde mbowuram na matumi aye ho hyehyeye ama bibia nso atumi aye kama adaki areas no aye emra ewo football mo no laws of the game omde mbowuram na afei nyama aye kama na afei amendment eno nso eba ho omde mo awuram na match day protocols eno nso yama mo ho ntete ama adwumadie no etimi awie paya huebe enu sanyami adumwa 4th to 7th of September Ghana Premier League week 1 ye fiti asia na chese nyama nyina ekoye wei ene ne no so efruo eba menye ma bobo modwuma kakrai na menka wo se 2027 AFCON qualifiers no eyade a Cote d'Ivoire ne Ghana de atia ne sa oyanhye pronso a ene 7 p.m. referee Mustafa Goba ena ebe so ama game no etumi atodwa e Star Depart di Boake ho ene ba bia game no etodwa nti Ghana ene la Cote d'Ivoire mano ewo ekon ano 7 p.m. ene sadabeya de bia nso ebetumi akoso kama mimfre no so na afei menka wo se wafu zombie women's championship no eno nso qualifiers no enra game no timi todwa ema ampem da ko a ebo modern she asek memosa mano ekaba ko a omo entumi ante game ne ba na wie no na Roseba ena MVP wetimi efa edison na so a wei ene ne no nso efri enhyehyɛ pro so ampem da ko a ene asek manu mu ba ya ene de no nso ede ema wo George Afriye former vice FA chair ena edi to dwase na nu ye wonkoti a Benjamin Asare okọ weka ba ye ya gifting car na den si ya Salim Adams ya mfa ne din entumi anka ho.
Benjamin Asare, who went to the World Cup to claim $100,000 appearance fee, number one, who got a winning bonus of about $40,000, who got a per diem of at least $1,500 between this and the man who is in the local league, who should be rewarded? When you do this, why would Salim not go to Sudan? Midiama, the league champions of Ghana, is going to take part in CAF interclub competition, and his best player is with his opponent in Sudan. When you do these kind of things, how do you want your league to be exciting? Don't you think that if a certain Salim had received this kind of, you will say, oh, if I'm going to get $30-something thousand car, oh, then I must as well stay one more year in the league and help my club to participate in Africa.
Free and so na fei amsuafo yanko yanim na meko voter region akoya dwuma kakra ho ekwana mefa so na fei amu football no etime afa ne tampa efra no na voter regional minister James Gunu opanyin no ade atudwa se o ma yenhyehyɛ nyina wie a omu ni NSA nra omutumi ehia yakwane a voter region football so betumi develop ho.
How best we can collaborate as a region to promote sports development in the Volta region. Volta region is becoming a hub of sports tourism, from soccer, beach sports, and other sporting activities, including boxing. We have a lot of talents. We just played under 19 tournament in the region where we are selecting players, talented players, to form a regional team to play at the national level, and then also the team will be going to Portugal in September to play, to create some opportunities for them to have international exposure. We're also looking at how best we can improve upon the facilities, infrastructure, because infrastructure is key. And His Excellency the President, when he visited the region recently, talked about the whole sports stadium.
Yes, we any free voter region eba anopay yadon sam enso ede emamo mimfre no so na menko nyame admo akina Gaka 4 efiti ase na yakowie on Sunday na chese de tie e wo Gaka 4 no mu eno no appearance fee abusuade e ba ne se sponsor ama nti oso ye club na abusia kan e wo Gaka 4 no mu a Samatex Mediama Gold Star Dreams FC obia pocket appearance 25,000 Ghana na odi boaboa ho the bank cancer the beya the bianso ebetumi akonkan ne vice Gaka vice Felix Makumonka na obano de to dwase wo hwa eneyi omunyina hia yese ensese amount a prize money ne de omode ba nyina no etumi etodwa
a prize for the ultimate. The ultimate is getting the medals and the trophy. There's a cash prize that was given as appearance fee, not for the ultimate. So all the 4 clubs have received theirs. The club said we shouldn't disclose. We've met them. They don't want it to go public. We have to respect what they told us. We've given it to them already. They received it last week. They said that they don't want it to be disclosed. That's the clubs.
Free and also Nabusia, Yanko Yanim, Naya Hesed and also ACL Kowamanasiwa. Na tournament and Krano, all play all, and I say, and I'm Mobono Gaka.
So it's going to be the league format, all play all. By your points, you will take it. It's not the knockout, no, all play all, regular league format. 2 games a day. First game will start at 3 p.m. and the second game will start at 6 p.m. 2 games in between. There's a holiday. So we're doing 26th, 28th, and 30th. Galka is the welfare body, yes. So we're sticking to our core mandate, the welfare of the clubs. Then if anything that we need to approach the FA, we do it and we get the results. Our main challenge has been finances. You know, we're not finance generating, so we dwell on the affiliations and the subscriptions from the club to run the office. But we're also looking out for sponsorship. Very soon we'll be getting some.
Fellas, Maku Monka, and a Gaka Vice, and a Yami Adwachina, Gaka Tofa, Ifitias here, what the Munkomo, Eddie Adayano. Of Fadujan film for the Bongo Man Polosia. Yes, Monso Monsha Siena, France Apia, you kicking in town, Penny, Modiano, and I also on Kotoko, the tennis and Ra, and on Highway Sports, your car will say Moroccan goalkeeper, Mkofa, the fence Murad, Mambo Modim, Etmia, announcing kama, na video no Ewa, and Ramu say, ya the torso, Eddie Emma Montway, and a year player, Tosumi Nua Kotoko, Asan.
Per my statistics, sorry. Featured in only 19 GPL games because he was competing with Solomon Agbesi. Then we had a certain Salim who scored 11 goals but wasn't even invited to the Black Stars. Okay. So, on argument, no say, giving opportunities, goalkeeper and he should have gone to. Yes. It's typical of awards.
Yes.
I mean, people have opinion, but it looks like a good opinion.
Now say,
yeah.
If say medium compete with
they won the league.
Yes, they won the league.
They done
and then
now Salim not about league, you know.
Maybe of course I don't know can one no say nka wo de sa sika no ma no. Do sane man
Congo.
Nka yeah, what na.
The 4 clubs participating in Gaka's top 4 competitions has received 25,000 cedis each as appearance fee. Okay. Gaka's Vice President Felix Maku Monka confirmed that all 4 clubs have received their cash or their check. They'll say
25,000.
Yes. A participating few.
Now 25,000 there.
Oh, so we'll participate, you know.
No one were I was here born on 18.
Asante Kotoko goalkeeper Abdul Wadi Murad has expressed his excitement about joining the club, describing the Pokemon Warriors as the biggest club in Ghana. Morocco near Waba Wabedagu Ama Asante Kotoko, 22-year-old Moroccan. Ono na eka oh, ofiri Krumba na di onima watie ne se Kotoko is the biggest club in Ghana. Who doesn't know Asante Kotoko? They are the biggest club in Ghana. Well, how many years?
22 years.
So I just say, when we went to Morocco in 2002, November, he wasn't born. Kotoko ne work of Morocco ko share mu ho no. Okay. I say na also yaru.
Na menya yaru sa.
22 years ago, 24 years ago, when we went there,
yes,
as in Central for actually. Na akoda ni anwo Mohammed the Fit Stadium ni anwo kipai. So I just say, they say, I won't have na bingini. What day? 2002 na wa ma.
Me check here. Za. Check here. But me tie commentary.
Why no?
Mene.
No.
Oh, boss.
So much, no?
24.
I mean, 10 years. Mikaya, only 2 radio stations in a commentary. Peace FM then and Fox FM. As I mean, the academy, but this is what I remember clearly.
I want to be doing before now.
The NDC or South Africa, Cape Town. And we Kotokone Santos, Cape Town.
No, be doing before.
Abate.
Was a corner idea. I'm no boys in that phone. My family will be.
Serious. Not Santos was a big match. 3-3. Sami Ubekai. Na, I started born. Yeah, cray Fox FM for him. Abate is on Kwan. I started matching.
Commander.
Come, yeah, Bobby. I got 5 minutes. What the piece won't cry. And I Fox.
Samian come from where you know so.
Said that time, no, so also all prepare your lineup.
Nigeria touring our friend.
And I didn't on by it. I feel for your comment here, and I'm going to say that I make kind of no, Mr. Cassifio. Let us say. And then I was on one away. Please, one of the young one, the whole Ghana young one. I do your phone also. A doom, Mr. Desert doom. So I did for your phone so hard and we doom no. Young one, I don't know.
Yes, I'm a woo.
I've heard okay, so keep on the casino 22 years and a can asem. Ibrahim Tanko set sights on improving on last season's performance. Tanko says the ultimate objective is to successfully defend their league title while acknowledging the difficulty of repeating last season's achievement. Okay. Lawyer.
Boss.
Megasa Nebini. Debbie. Once way. Okay. Now you come on Chelsea APR Bontain.
Yes.
The
attack.
I think that there are few issues with their team.
And your boy Lacroix.
There are few issues with their team. There will be here objectively you need a better partner. On say sir 3 back no.
Was on say Levi Ko typical 3-back player or
exactly that's what I mean by say why it is not difficult penetrating or going to ball no kakra ye Professor Teta mami ehun say it was anyone say very easy for people to create chances against you like that. Who are not Fulham, they were in the game. They also a good team. And I say Madrid reject for me, you know. Anyway, she am na omunyina leaky goals.
Madrid reject say.
Nya Alonso ne Abaloa. Omunyanya last season Madrid pamo. Omunyenu together they played 28 games for Madrid last season. Tino na e Madrid coaching. Tutu ekwa edi mo omunya de ekwa echira na kwandem. Chana last year na Madrid tie. Omuni hu omunu. Okay, yeah, quit. Yeah, trust him. Yeah, trust him. This will allow Enzo.
This Chelsea.
Omunya ehuro no ma Enzo no more because I was imagining the team without Kopama. It's very difficult for them. Would they just say bono right now? On say anytime look very dangerous. That's when Kopama picks the ball. And then he had an excellent game. You see, Morgan Rogers, a very good player, but won't mean on pair responsibilities. Also, on yes, our players now. Yeah, the team no see so Kopama. Oh yes. Kopama, excellent. Right, so prove say, Tuchel will have at least sent him to the World Cup.
Coach Nature said, or Pelaviano.
Yeah. Okay. So. Chelsea launched the Xabi Alonso era with a thrilling 3-2 win over Fulham. João Pedro in some good form, Morgan Rogers and Kopama, they were on target. Chelsea will not win the Premier League with Sanchez in goal. They have to sign a new goalkeeper. And I'm going to say, Omonkofa
Porto goalkeeper.
The BBC Argentina boy no Aston Villa no Arsenal no.
Emiliano
Martinez. As on in a number be a winning team. I think there are a few issues with him.
The back in there, you need somebody who pass well.
Take back the any pass here I go. If I pass on. Okay. Now no passing I must say enka go. Okay. So PSG standing firm on 140 million euro, 119 million pounds for Bradley Barcola. Luis Campos says PSG's transfer will not at all over amid the Bradley Barcola and Ibrahim Mbaye exit talks. Gil Marin, one event that.
On way pinning Kessia pa.
Away.
Atletico Madrid.
And I'll say Alvarez Ama Atletico look like a small club.
I'll say on board for Atletico, board for boy no papa. Now go you. Ningina say.
On board for Anton Bering.
On board for Uncle Baby.
Send in your buffo.
I'm so on board for.
No people for a man down.
Atletico it's a small club and our team
on Casa small club. Also mobile.
Also my team look say a small.
Also mobile on Casa small.
You have a contract with if Mr.
Also mobile.
Only me contract. Not contract. No it's na me kind baby say me crazy. You will not be okay with me. You will be angry with me.
Okay. Also mobile mo munya na man nko.
Okay. So contract.
Oh mobile munya na man nko. Now no I'm not looking like small club no. Also call Barcelona. Is Barcelona not bigger than their club?
They don't think so.
Yes, it's not what you think. It's what is the reality. Barcelona associate Atletico Madrid. Barcelona associate Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid also think that they are.
Barca any Real Madrid na pay.
Yeah, yes, sir. I pay Gavi.
Former snooker world champion Graham Dott has been found guilty of sexually abusing 2 primary school age children following a trial at the High Court in Glasgow. Oh. Also mo hin.
So mo no fu, no so mo to, no afio man.
Oh.
That is the story. So mo no fu.
Na say ne ma.
You can't do that.
Ne wo fa ase for.
They me Bible school now so no fu fifi na.
Oh. Ne man ne wo fa ase for. Ana say also any breso ana.
Because hey. We are man also no fu.
Oh. Gian Piero Gasperini described Paulo Dybala and Daniel Malin as world class after the pair combined for a hat-trick in Roma's 4-0 win over Fiorentina. While insisting the squad has been strengthened by a year of continuity, Harry Kane grateful to Bayern for pushing him to win the Ballon d'Or. Okay, but transfers will move.
Ewompa matete asna bio as onum say enra enwumre be 8:30 p.m. na me din komo bi no bi ka che me say we shouldn't throw this story out. Arsenal for ready say omo be cash out Zubimendi. Now Arsenal want to buy again and they think that Bruno Guimaraes so a fader he will start ahead of Zubimendi. So likely Umberton Zubimendi, and according to reports, proposed to Madrid if only Madrid will buy. But Madrid knows so boss.
Madrid dey.
Real Madrid.
Open wire.
No pen. Reports say, boy no, I'm putting a verbal agreement with Arsenal.
Boy bear.
Zubimendi.
Say
Umberton. Say Arsenal.
Oh, say I catch all that. I say Arsenal and Zubimendi.
Oh, boss. Yeah.
Arsenal. They say Arsenal will at least sign a world class player back. At least one. They are doing that business with Akweko Hilal, and that's over 50 million. That's good money. Yes, and then we are expecting another 18 million for Hebreu Jesus. Now for the name of
Gabriel is on Napoli.
And Napoli, we are expecting it before Friday. No, we are pushing out. The manager says you have to go. We have 4th choice. Now we are looking for better strikers. So we pray, by the time we come, go and let the club know.
Bono. Or you better change your cars.
They say Argentina and how they echo. You carry na. Na Barcelona na the difference we know.
Difference one mebre. Ya 15 Champions League title match 5.
Last one jam 36
times. La Liga title.
Last one jam 6 times.
Last season.
Almost
6 times. We don't match up. Mr. Tom kwa for mfa.
As 5-1. Much was a Barca.
Say Barca so chair Madrid. One way back one way
grade football club.
One way Quebec say Arsenal and Madrid.
Me grade football clubs sir. Me grade A football clubs in the world.
And you pay
me ba. Where I put Madrid.
Obi na revenue of 1.211 billion. When
I'm grading football clubs, I'm doing to A no. Back here Barcelona, back here Real Madrid.
Yes,
so no
grade 8 teams, pay. Eti anopay boss player eti akonya kese num ye live our Oyerepa 100.7 FM ye live our Oyerepa TV no so emra sanson ye konko funkro so and some disafata se anopay ohwem ena ye dinina emma wona fe watie bi on Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa efinyame enti on Facebook Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa TV Ghana 1 Oyerepa Radio kwa etaho 2 Oyerepa TV Ghana also etaho on the broadways of Hisense promo no etoda 28th of August 2026 and a Hisense promotion on eba na we into niam na de o toni na afi Hisense asoye o kitchen ho o pe gas burner o pe gas cookers o pe papa nina a Hisense and a MLB ebia o dem ho and a open sound system SEO open TV boy bi and SEO high definition one o twa otim se o hwe nina monom o GB o Hisense amasoye open sound system Hisense MLB Hisense a promotion into bonum a dafem pa o showrooms a wo nina obanya bi etimi ato onim se omonko a na automadia 5-year manufacturer defect warranty nti 0302 550000 we are good to go. Catch you understand? Yes, on the show. Yes, the unbelievable Tromani and our training grounds nice in Spain and at some na uko Spain and Madrid etchenie into video nom and a dash screen so na uchabi and na pay Jose Mourinho. I'm making it clear to the players and accept the etchenie. Say we a player no one start here. And there was a we and say about training grounds who proving why I was some or starting games. Emma Madrid, are you happy with how boys conduct your in terms of training and your day and then some Jose Mourinho at the Atuja Mourinho we demetem some Madrid ape and not that midfielder and after a centre back Madrid club alert obetima yesa dewe nyina yesa otobi ema omo efim na fe odebi atemba be shem and your reporter ekutame ena anopay na edan wo penini team ewo Spain no enyasem keto 1400 square meters 1400 square meters edan ni meters and built with space and a lot of more than 5,000 square meters na the property reportedly around 20,000 euros per month. 20,000 euros per month. Etibusumi bia edanya Jose Mourinho team ewo Madrid Kromonom otuam 20,000 euros per month. Yanwa kai ashe nonsom Luis de la Fuente and a man for body this are opening oko World Cup nom ya unsa o go put bia edenim home and on say eno crab na Carlos SP wansema mubusa menom na me World Cup list nom preliminary World Cup list in order so or a player me monitor them from afar and last season Oyebi this season was with Madrid that you monitor ye and you see Luis de la Fuente na so yam toja and no player here is something in abi to anim our Jumate so enough of Madrid yanko FC Barcelona na yenim komo ewo FC Barcelona so yam na Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante Enra o Trenier enti yanko Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante of FC Barcelona Enra a coin of fast so a training and Yanasam Kituo a quantitatis training grounds now no Nina a video no two screens to nothing why enjoy be na girl Marin or the two jam or say Amudia Amu football pa na boy no Amu Camo Biate say Julian Alvarez Amuntonum Emano and Kobe Bia Oma Atletico a smaller club there be Atletico a club Casio you know what contraja Untimin Concotra baby 7 kick drop into a player or Twasum Asiakai Ama Atletico Madrid na Oko Barca star Fermin Lopez on Barca searching for a typical forward Obia Babashem Robert Lewandowski and I said no Fermin Lopez on a Barca team leader I'm more trust I was sporting director Delcomum say young summer transfer in some few days to go I sign player Obetim Abua I'm a team no akwa him I see already 5-0 and I'm say over the weekend at the Chelsea Bansam with or without strikers they win games and then someone if you are to jam and now I'm pay na you send training be was Spain your friend Gulam Balak na yana team come on and you busan say openie ukomwa boy kakram detenie Julian Alvarez situation e wo Atletico Madrid at saying oh the obamo pa ochemsi.
It's a situation that I don't think has been very well handled by anybody really. Barcelona keeps saying, well, we've got 100 million, so, you know, we can take him. And Atletico Madrid said it has to be 150 million. By the way, we're not going to sell it to you because of the way you behaved. And Julian, meanwhile, has said what he said. He wants another project. He wants to go somewhere else. In fact, he wants to go to Barcelona. So right now, the only option for him to leave is Arsenal. And Arsenal, I'm playing tough to get, if you like, tough to give the kind of money that Atletico Madrid.
Eti Gulam Balak dear anonom na wacheche mu ninsam nyina anisa as the two parties in handle issues ni Barcelona yebetua 100 million pounds Atletico ye here 150 after credit e cheyan tono say Gulam Balak say tima edaho say obetimi afaboy nom ene Arsenal didn't come here obetimi afarom na boy nom say up a different project and all aye Gulam Balak yenuan centrania or Spain didn't come away atu anime de emao and now pay on the show yanko England nothing yenin come our England and pay got the Gakpo yani can catch us Tottenham Spurs e didn't come den sam got the Gakpo among some ebetimi akane da story and pay the citizens Manchester City they are team HM amunsuani abre amudom ho dobrim se amuhiam got the Gakpo amram emeya jumam emfa emamo asosam got the Gakpo be fi Liverpool and I say got the Gakpo and fi Liverpool no just say amasan a winger that is Bradley Bacola Liverpool's target omunyana dia and your ombeti offers for got the Gakpo now one some I don't know na the new Arsenal signing Bruno Guimaraes and on say wabatima last season obia huye in terms of set pieces so the nam Arsenal for esi about almost set pieces nom or TDSM after his injury I am fully fit oba obesua more e wo Arsenal bobo konum na fi wabom am team no atimi agin kru awdoa am twa dem say am ba GM now yanko Fulham and Chelsea game num and Chelsea and ya amanim ho João Pedro unim say and the first minute na was go dada na 31 seconds and I shall go at the amount mamra Cole Palmer le pass me to not that Tottenham and 3-2 and I'm didn't him na de Oko Chelsea fans so and I'm desperate I'm say Roberto and I say Robert Sanchez I was some Chelsea team to Robert Sanchez no bia obetimi abua am Chelsea akwa him e say Joshua King and go no the take am fi sam nanka Robert Sanchez e betimi ayon bibim Chelsea abusuam one more four names am try at a good crata so potential replacement from Enzo Fernandez am ton Enzo Fernandez am Manchester City the tenye Manu Koni onom eka ho Manu Koni oye player baako the din edakrata so Adam Wanton of Crystal Palace, Alex Scott of Bournemouth, and Eduardo Camavinga of Real Madrid. Datibia ote sa wakom akoya jumam ama Manchester City players in nine mbako and Chelsea betonum sa ameshana nine na Chelsea Alonso after Senra Chelsea esha miensam na Fulham ate ekarmo nyedom our Kevin Cottage and I say good first day and upon a plus number so the quality of the front three no okay Okase João Pedro and I say Cole Palmer and Morgan Rogers and they were on fire of Palmer Abaso with the understanding and the teleportia na a woman ten Alvaro Arbeloa at the Atujosem goals na am considering officer nanka am betimin aye hungry beam aye avoid double mistakes and movie on aye first game more games into a Sometymer way a two much na fay homutime ekomanim na Jimmy Carragher and a guy na bo se Chelsea a percent am winning a fee English Premier League na and Robert Sanchez and goalkeeper say Robert Sanchez across your Chelsea goalkeeper nya dey say Chelsea about me again the English Premier League or say I was reading today that their kids go to the same school. That is the two managers, that is Chapi Alonso and Alvaro Arbeloa nkomunkuda got the same school. Now odi say commentator and so they describe you.
They played together 262 times, those two, for Liverpool. Real Madrid and Spain won the World Cup together, won the European Championship twice together. I was reading today that their kids go to the same school.
Enti ano a commentator nche mu a ode eba Rafa Benitez say a surprise kakra sir Alvaro Arbeloa ebe manager.
Alonso, yes. Arbeloa not really. He was in San Sebastian in Real Sociedad B. He did bad, he did well, he did bad, and then he went to Leverkusen, and nobody was expecting that he will be so successful. So he did really, really well, and then that is the reason why he went to Madrid. Madrid, as you say, all similarities with me. Alonso likes to work, organize things, and then talk with players about.
I know Rafa Benitez and then somehow they are two down on a pay. Yatipi Amo Alvaro Arbeloa after say Olusu 3-2 Kevin Cottage the first game in the EPL or in the same way to that.
Yes, of course. We know each other very well. We have been teammates for many years. We are friends, so this is the first time that we are gonna face as a managers. So we came here to England, to the Premier League and to London, and first game we have to play against, so that's gonna be so special. But he wants to win the game, I want to win the game. I think this is the most important thing for us during 90 minutes, and at the end of the game we will see.
Enti Alvaro Arbeloa say enra na opese a winning game no away from that uko Morgan Rogers ene Cole Palmer ya enra after that victory plus him no ekasai.
Yeah, it's important. Away game first is always tough, but yeah, the boys, we dug in and got a win. Yeah, now obviously not when you grow up, you want to play, you want to do anything with one of your best friends, and especially playing football at the highest level. It feels surreal, so it's nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. Obviously, something that we've spoken about for a while. We've done it obviously at an international level, but yeah, to do it for club day in, day out, and week in, week out, it's an honour really. So yeah, it's really nice.
See, amunye chem say oh yeah na a national team yetesia now feeling no great after say yeah man for na ya sign ball at the ama one team, that is Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, Chapi Alonso ekasaye after say onya first victory ewo season.
Yeah, it was really entertaining game, thrilling game, intense on the pitch, tactically in terms of tempo as well, high tempo, different moments. So I think it's a good first day for us, for the team, for the fans as well. I saw that they were enjoying it.
Say on fans no enjoy how na boys no airport game and the victory na fans no are happy about it and Chapi Alonso Ninsema or they are two trying to pay na ya didn't na to ani ewo dwuma dem so and tentem so yanko Bradley Bakola and afa Paris Saint-Germain komonum de tenye oko boy na so ya de minim ni sam
Paris Saint-Germain stand firm on 140 million euros. It's equivalent to 119.7 million pounds. Utuasa Sikana, probably Bakola, Ebaya Jumam Amau, na John Terry, Edia to just a William Saliba Pra, na with the presence of Ezri Konsa, Masa Henya easy, and for Emma defender beer on the compete. Ezri Konsa is good as any centre back. Oh, Premier League, JT for short, John Terry for long, Nick de Anonom, na former snooker world champion, Graham Dot, what kind of power? Graham Dot, on him, sir, Openi in 2006-2010. Na enye snooker mu na nyasam ketwa kra wadim fie aduanan enkron na enram na a 5-day trial in the High Court of Glasgow. Emra Openi school phone crowd, primary school phone crowd. And you are abusing cray, watching crano, na also so sabi amonofo, was so moto, na alfe film mano, and na ukoma 5-day trial High Court in Glasgow said I be opening and then we no and yamohonsem. Rafael Leao, Jameti HMSM, ni deon perform a dune come 50 million euros or the qua one betono. Na Fabio Grosso or say no cranium. Are you happy with the boys in Emra? One Fiorentina, Asia Kain, Korean first constantly goes no Nanka umbetimi, Aya Humbe big Gasperini, sir, the team no Paulo Dybala and Donye Malin. One more superstars after Semra, Omoboa, na Amanya 4-0 victory over Fiorentina. And see game no highlights and other screens so should be an pay. You just want to pay now. You're in confirm cross on Semno SC on Oyerepa 100.7 FM on Oyerepa TV.
Ye to aso ede amamo ye twa ye ho aba ye ba dwumadi no ebe to aso kama live on Oyerepa 100.7 and afi so Oyerepa television. Belmont a non-alcoholic malt drinker, a very original. Now we know na meka se no mortar e wo so nya refreshing taste no e wo se anasa wote ese malt na onom no e smooth e creamier and afi so e refreshing. Near the quality ingredients and I Belmont e boa e ma onom a wote malt taste no e wo mu ahode no pii e na e wo mu a eno so ebo mani padua no enya ahoden. Belmont udi dwumadie bia eno bi na e wo se ode ekwase ni nyina ne se Ghana ha obia age Belmont e de atum. Belmont no opedodo atwa obe fresh 0544 335 900 and a 0544 335 800. Belmont, shine your greatness. Belmont, a new malt experience. Emulate herbal supplement. Emulate herbal supplement. We know Food and Drugs Authority. Ajatum Nefri Kantanka herbal pharmaceutical. Eho and eba. Emulate herbal supplement. You know, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory agent. And our face will boost immune system. No, na meka ese anti-inflammatory agent. Obi wusa say no kra no brofo kese be na okay. Ebia wanya eprabi ewo nipadua ni mu. Anase nipadua na kwa bi enya adwuma sede e wo se eye. Onum emulate herbal supplement eboa esi eno ano kwan. Enti nipadua na kwa bi enya adwuma no emulate herbal supplement ebeboa ama sa kwa no etumi aya adwuma kama. Na emulate herbal supplement nika seme wo mne se ebia na wo okon yade bia onum doctor Drew ubetumi de emulate herbal supplement no e de account no anum ni nyina e de abom se de be ya ubenya ahoto no enya yaresa and 10 times to say hypertension, diabetes, stress related illness bia and I say stroke na achewa or recover e de free more. Emulate ebeboa papa me ba cho emulate no upebi ato Run Pharma, PFA Pharmaceuticals, Ecus Pharmacy, Larry and Larry Pharmacy, Okanshi Drug Lane, and afi KS Herbal Shop ewo ache mota eho nyina no e drone p ewo ho shenen so e Kantanka Herbal Pharmaceutical ena edi edru aba from ewo 0535 112873 0535 112873 na waje edrone p e de akofi Pepsodent Charcoal ene ne herbal toothpaste no ene ya portion e be boa papa eno na boa ma sene ye fe e boa mu anum nkan hwam e boa e ma gums enya hoden e boa tietia ntokro bia wo sene mu na afi so ayi usia senkonkone ne nyina e de afri o de Pepsodent etwi usia e hu hia
ɛsɛ ɔbɛkɔ dentist ɔsɔ ɔhwɛ ɔse ɛmfa ɛma wo ne nyinaa sɛ sin problem nyinaa no Pepsodent charcoal ne herbal toothpaste esiesie ɛde ma wo. Ghana Dental Association de bia wɔn ka kyerɛ sɛ anɔpa anajo yɛbɛtwi ɛse a yɛmfa Pepsodent ntwi ɛse no ɛna ɛbɛboa yɛ no ɛna ɛyɛ papa. Pepsodent, every smile matters. Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC wɔn ɛne banka wɔn boa yɛn na yɛsika sɛm akɔ ɛnkan yɛsika sɛm ɛgyina brane yɛbɔtɔm sika bɛhyɛm na yɛnso yɛtumi adi ɛmɛ nsɛm kakra na ɛyɛ ano wɔn se bra ne bɛbie account a wɔde wɔn aso yɛ bibie current account, savings account, fixed deposit, nkɔso susu savings ɛna afei so kidi account ɛwɔ hɔ na fɛ sika ɛto account ne mu your loan services ana packages ahodoɔ pia yɛde ma yɛ customers saa loans no ubi account na ahyɛ aseɛ de sika to mu a qualify ɛsɛ onya loans no ebi yɛma nkɔso susu loan, transport loan, microfinance loan, salary loan, agriculture loan, bonanza loan, social loan ɛna afei church development loan na ɛsɛ uhia sika ɛde ayɛ adwuma bi a wobɛnya bi asɛm aba fie uhia sika de akɔsɔ ano a Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC wɔn ɛma obi na wɔn say ebia na wɔ akyire untumi ma yɛ banking premises so a *992# ɛwɔ Ghana yɛ mobile networks ni nyinaa so wobɛtumi ne wɔn adi dwuma. Ghana Pay app no o download o Play Store and say Apple Store hɔ nom a wobɛtumi adi dwumadie bi apɛ sɛ ɔne bank ni di ɛwɔ Ghana Pay. So head office ɛwɔ Kontena se yɛwɔ other branches a yɛato apete Sometymer ɛne Ghana ɛman mu atonso agogo Jaache Kofu Trader ahenema kɔkɔbɛn adwuna sɛ bu akwa atonso boku aputoja magazine ɛne abinchi market ɛfrɛ hɔ afia kobi branches p ɛna ɛwɔ hɔ frɛ 0508642705 ɛna afei 032209 98076 0322098076 one Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC ebedi enkomo Kangen Enagic drinking water ensu papa alkaline water ni pH was ropa na Kangen nsuo no edi dwumadie pi ewo nipadua ni mu chese edi dwumadie no wan we kra beka se ye dro na onom ebi se sayade pi ewo system ni mu stop yade pi wo system ni mu anhwe a beka se doctor dro ne de ama wa sa anwade no de ama wo efri se Kangen esan say alkaline ti no be ba cho eboa detoxify your system no na se acid intimi ntani padua num Kangen nsuo no pe ene enoma minerals a wode won nsuo mte se calcium, magnesium, potassium ene iron yenya bi ewo nipadua num eboa your immune system no yie ema eko editia yade bi a eba nipadua num Dr. Otuo-Acheampong say yade bi enu ebetumi atena alkaline environment se Kangen ye alkaline water na se yade bi a entumi entena nipadua Kangen ensuo no ebi ewom u liver o kidney no akoma bo ban ene Kangen ena eboa me ba cho Breman UGC Tafuni Road Abaru Junction Pakiki Stadium ena Sumankwan Junction ewo Ashtown Kangen ensuo ni pi ewo ho afi so Accra Cape Coast Asankragua eni Koforidua ye de so distributors no agu ho a ensuo ndodo bi a opebia no ko ho a obenya bi ato free 0241449191 and a 0507-379474 and a Kangen and Kasa. Amen Scientific Hospital the best alternative medical hospital ewo Africa. Amen say ono no di stroke ya de ba de awo ho nsem de ya de kwankro ba obehwe na watu ase de amount na eya na duro no tatahwe pa eye enoma akoma kwa aduonu nan a Food and Drugs Authority agiatum say yebetumi de amani padua bia no manom na omanya ayaresa. Amen say o bana so ya kumase atwema techiman kwada so fanse kwan so ena owo o afidi a odo hyem efriu uti so kosi unase yade bia ni nipadua ni di asie no yade no beyi abeto afidie ni so na ya mo aduru no anom no wanya ahoto na ase ayaresa. Enche boga wa bibia ni Accra Takra de Tamale atebubu nkoko sunyane ho se hwede bi so ene hohoi ye branches ewo ehonom biaya mebbo so yi ukọ biaya nyina ubenya ayaresa titi fa stroke yade awo ho nsem ene yade kwankro frɛ Amen Scientific Hospital ewo 0277 001234 and afizo 0241367349 Grow Fine Herbal Tonic mujadro na mujadro no edi dwumadie pi ewo enipadua system no emu unum Grow Fine na ɛno nko na ɛboa amo adidi kama onum grow fine ɛno na ɛboa amo ada kama onum grow fine ɛno na ɛboa amo gya asane yi ɛwɔ untini mu wankɔtena baabi sa ananse akyew nan onum grow fine na oyɛ ɔbaa na ubu nsa na problems bebree ɛwɔ hɔ a mebacho grow fine ɛboa na wasiesie menstrual problems ni nyina ɛde ama wo ɛbɛtumi ayɛ menstrual cramps meka menstrual cramps ɛma ne te aseɛ paa so obebu ne nsa ne nan ase yɛ ne ya obebu ne nsa na de bia ɔwɔ ya wo mu no mebacho grow fine esiesie menstrual cramps no ɛde ma wo afei menstrual disorder ne yɛkyerɛ mu a ɔbaa bia no ɛwɔ nafoa bi a ɔde ebu ne nsa enti no ebi deɛ start from 25 to 35 days enti saa 25 to 35 days no ubu nsa ɛwɔ sɛ bosome foforo ebesim no saa brɛ na ɔde bu nsa no ɔkan ekosi menstrual cycle no so ɛwɔ sɛ mogya no ɛba obi wɔ hɔ a ne deɛ no ɛmba nsisi so obi wɔ deɛ a ne deɛ no ate kɔkraa grow fine ɛna esiesie ɛde ama wo baabi ɛtɔ nneɛma Ghana mu grow fine aduro ne pii ɛwɔ hɔ nom a bɛnya bi atɔ opɛ dodo a digital bar clinic Kumase Amakum roundabout P ɛwɔ hɔ nom 0244596532 0244596532 grow fine makes you grow fine Bash digital satellite ɔno na ɛma decoder ahodoɔ a wode bɛhwɛ program bia ɛwɔ TV so na fie hɔ anika aba hɔ nom sɛ ɛyɛ game center hotel guest house restaurant ana individuals mo a mode TV anaasɛ decoder si ɛkɔma mo TV na mode ayɛ mo adwuma no Bash got you covered every say program bia set from football to movies to telenovelas to educational programs to cataract, syphilis, long and short sightedness, blurry eyes. When you are hawa a ben in so a man nino into me and function kama. Ebi eba clinic eboa etu eni yari ni nyina ase e de amount. Enye no nko a meba cho prostate, liver ni kidney yade and afi hypertension ebi eba clinic etu ase. For any chim e Kumase kwada so dwena se main market e chiro adoma Increbeneza preschool ben appear could be cold store ewo ebnada jom and afi so Kaswa Millennium honoma adade last stop Kaswa Millennium adade last stop eho enso kwa ebi eba clinic o freno awma trufu iso na nkasa 0541 565 199 0541 565 199 and 0502 812 161 ABA
Great
Clinic.
Solomon Carter unim
boss
2002 November now way
2002
around November
2002 I think I'm JHS
October November okay
yeah JHS1 achepa
e dey na adwuma we ya na yo tina la san me catch you say
and say me hu video bi enra na me hu ye na legendary for ni mienu team na ayi ya na say asemba
no okay ni etuno for no
ya na
anope na me baba say exercise bi
okay
abakotoko keeper ya wa bai so mzo 22 years na me ka say samre na akotoko Mohammed the 5th ne gidigidi against wak no na enwo no
okay so what game no na mo bedu Ghana na score line da ho no
I do you know say 2-1
yes I game no na referee Ghana ko share is my kitchen
David
yeah point I know 2004
another 2004
yeah
na enkofo wo interest wo many people are bafo pe history o
yeah
enkomo ka create a lot of messages about what happened and the omukai
in 2002
Abranche the famous or say I was then PRO for Asante Kotoko.
Wow.
Circles maybe. I came to Fox FM and Ali Madonna introduced you to me as famous. Now where the na also Kotoka or airport send the Engan Kotoka bim. Or say I remembered pow boss. That Santos and Kotoko and we had the I think the quarter or final or semi-final. Santos and Kotoko matched very well. It got to a time it was 3-2 against Kotoko, Tio. And Sergio was down. So he handed the commentary to you. And Kotoko equalized later. So Sergio wanted to continue the commentary.
And you said no.
And you said Kotoko has equalized. It's not 3-3. Joe Laka wants to continue the commentary, but I won't give it to him.
You said all that.
Menkai. Not natural. I was even Commander Samuel from Airport, Accra, Kotoka. Yes. I'm surprised. I remember. What I said, what I said 22 years ago. Say, they say you got to go take no. As soon as he say, at the end mano. I remember that game. Na ye Kojopo Kumu game. Difficult game in Santos. Cape Town.
That was 22 years ago.
24 years ago.
24 years ago.
Besa. Ejume bia anywhere. Ejume bia ba kwa be ya che no. Echese nkoye o.
Anase when did dimu ama.
Udidi ejume ma wonche.
Dabi
ebi so beka se
emu ya odesa na enemu
wondimi ni di adwuma mpo
so beka se enya
30 years
obi so beka se enya anko agya dada
aya na options
enya anko agya
woni ba bia afa
eya enya
so so tie wunya ade papa bia ka be ya che
oh we so yo
eya ma wo
eye
menim bafo ye nkwa menim se ye
oze oda ko e show ka
menim se ye o
you are sitting before your general manager no ka say
oh yeah masolo
right in the presence of your general manager
because untimi nye bafo adwuma next year na enya 30 o those wo ba o
yegumpa
ye bompa say na minche ni tumi
na no mi share ado o say the call from Sometymer oni John Wesley Dankwa say me no mi enu yenko retirement no on person mo revisit sa call no
oh ba de enche be ko si padi ko ya anko e be na visa ma ba be so lo dem je no sa ye bie aka ho
visa so lo fe wase o bie pia ye kwa mo take over no
anoma o chedua so ojibo
ai
ensuo so tap nje ne ojiwo
is happening no masesa no
the board then show him
East Legon anoma go si bo dua so cha ebo bia ni East Legon ba bia e ko tam de abo
obi amoni bo obi no East Legon o pa anoma
de East Legon aboni ho
da bi aboni East Legon na kwan ye guso no be da nya bo ato
ya East Legon wala no obi akwani ho to
da obi akwa no be to
akoto obi to ba bo ma
e be ni be ya sesem
babo enko
eti boss eti Ashanti Gold FC has close of day today to appeal or they won't play the next upcoming Premier League.
What's that then?
Omo ene to appeal the decision from Crime Licensing Board. And yes, season I can out me near Fias and Omon can.
Can't say 24 years ago, Muntio.
Can you direct
no SS3.
Wow,
SS3 will be 18 or more.
So
18 plus 24. 40 18 plus 42 years. Yeah, I tell you, Baba mama 1 year in town. You will see the 30 days. 30 days. Niango. Waba ni ye.
Any eti anu not musaka do pechere.
Kabiche ni ye di pipe.
Ah oh. We ye no ma ye wo ya no chesi che. We no okra we ye no.
O happen wa.
E pe fo krom kwa no oje.
Awego.
Editama information about this.
Yeah, be anka be no one. Or say me baba kwaba people are. Good morning. Will you please share the story of the armed robbery attack you and Joe met in the Kumasi Accra highway where you were coming from? Oh, the Wakoto. I was in JHS 3 at Confanoche International School. Sana Juna Ebano. With my friend, very interesting story. Say me no so. You be dra. We do an ajo for 3 2 Zamba Kumasi.
Yes, there was one
now the bridge service in the coin, you be do very late. Now, but they didn't call if you could do for and I do 1 year. And I'm saying, I know Pani about so yenko yetina bus yetra so that na kwan yetra sun wa na akromfo bi ejina bus am robbery nehu samre so eja ya shopping atabagusi
eno na Haruna se mo call no
da for the bag na chene na ntemzi akromfo ejina yo e so ko ka bi ateme yenko eta oba ba ko to amane yenko baba yenko
bodi e
o struggle
Dama Adriana and Haas crash over Dominic Nsobila, each club claiming
because Obila reasons Obila.
Adriana
for some people who can't don't be getting you.
Adriana for so Haas won't be customer register.
Okay, say no, but for so dandy.
Oh, Haas for the double catcher, no. But I no pay Adriana for say Oyomudia. In fact, head of a production near Adriana for Casa. I'm a Oma Saka Supi say.
Na boy no way.
Adriana for some here in Muchina, Odoma.
One Adriana for when any no. And maybe I never bodu. Omaka some who be anymore. Usually I net tabum.
Almost some here in Muchina.
Okay. Now for some marriage.
House for some dear. Now, yes, it is a bit master to issue. No,
I didn't tell.
Say, almost say the order in Kata Cork can be an F for the register man.
Not in Kata name you.
Say, was time I has a summer Diana.
On to me, sir. No, I deserve punishment. You can't do that. Or else I could be banned from playing football. Men cats are crying on tries. In
that time, I see a house for some
and just
house for your village no count.
No, it doesn't suggest that he has signed for both. A house for Neka and Adriana for Neka. And no interest on one side and you.
Okay.
It's possible one of them could not be telling us the truth. Okay. It's possible. Because meaning say or managers are. You don't sign for two football clubs. Hey, there be a born come mamubium.
But has an Adriana near
the back of the no craving went. Okay. You who is not telling the truth.
Okay.
Very soon.
Yakwaba. Na yedi nina so ababeka home. Sack Adriana and take their money from them. The three clubs angrily demand from the organizers of Century Cup. But Dr. Century, on humanitarian grounds and football purposes, allow Adriana to play on non-scoring basis.
Are they energy?
Omo any Otuo Filanti. And almost referee na Amankurani Boadu. A peer players in Yaso Mon come mobility. Second half no more. In fact, your course some test am pay no. Na enra and a clubs ni nyina conclude ye. Na before hopa enti almost say in fact Adriana cry area the next the future you know crowd the more inform no ma dream cry say on the ready in casa money ma no and na a course one Century Cup no after taking 20,000 as an appearance fee. Dama boro de ye de we de ya be how ye say ye so ye de no ya na won ti ase
say na anya de ye de say mra wo me boa and I'm sure say I know how corporate some matters or more. You when you are taking them, you need to sign certain things, and one of them should be NMC clearly bringing the name of the game and the tournament into disrepute. But I say, it's a pre-season. Let's even grant a referee and so what. You are preparing your team. If Boadu did that, on them say, Boadu team are not for a major competition. And the referees is went to Mobium Abrawajiska. Hey,
Kotoko and Haas should demand from the FA where the money is coming from, assuming it is coming from some drug lords. Former GFA president George Free, vice president, sorry, former GFA. So a price money now, I'm saying FA president and announcing you.
Also, I'm going to question where it's coming from.
Or say, Mamma Yisikan, I can answer Munya Naman and Amona says, Debbie, when we say be a scanning fever. Nassis Carlos, Ebicana, Douglas Bina, and this Calabash League anymore. And I said, Bia, money laundries, Bia, and I said, Bia, or betting for Ibia. You have to know, men says Cabana when Yajana says, there be a scanning free. Indeed, also, the Becana. Why award Benjamin Asari, who has taken so much money from the World Cup, and leave Salim Adams? Tama say okay say na say I'm not going to fulfill promise no. And I'm the cardinal Benjamin Asari. Enough a former vice president of Ghana for say na say ya bon league we na mama obi award obi ono wako World Cup won yesika bebre won na mo san award no. E wa abra Salim share 11 goals e we league ni mu. By far the league one of the most exciting player on the Mojana better than the Boomfu a onya ho enkwama no ne nti the few so questions are or the abano nti eno so no prize money, only appearance fee for the Gaka top 4 top 4 no say be ya boy we pa say una oje na yema o say the and forget we appearance fee kakra 20,000 bia
say yeah
na say no ano no
there be 20,000 one mom 25,000 above from 25,000 so you take a percentage of gate
be
nipa ko ya
say we do
ni bango he
obi anko
ana na gaza
timer
obi anko we say
la wata ba
o be wa no man gas we chedi
na wa no kako
o so obi anko he gaga top one that's all in ya jere
na ta ntu fu so be kako he
a obi ngo bi an omu nya nipa bebe no obi anko we say it is up to the clubs no mo see a kind of supporters some be kwa support your clubs no
tama kotoko nipa sa no metim dey fi kumasi akonka ai
ada kotoko bobi
no so kotoko ai Samates nipa sa no metim dey fi century akọ
na the Samates obi anti akra support Samates
so mo kopo match so why ai
Ogas obi am hwede am me na wonya ajuri bia wo munya nipa bebre
and that tournament in Ankasa no it has not been well marketed
and Gaka clubs so asudi to ensure that their supporters come nti omo so mwa no omo nye na mo also da bia omo yesa no mama kotokofu onya ahoden dodo ana wa fo hu sa se da bia na kotoko no ase kotoko nim de agija
and yes sanity de bia
na mo so mo ko sem na mo di omo nkomo na o mbe so mo teze obi anya obi awo
na no ye ni kwese
enti se kotokofo twom pe na ade na agija ade nta
kwese si moving forward no omo clubs omo fa ni de ni boma has ne kotoko bi kom no
da be no hu sa
na no ye ni nkomo ha
eni afi no o mo se sa o madwene so we have been with them before eyo mbe so mo kire se ye ade kro pe the argument that the bonin grofo mu nyina bebre ye ofia ha no say o say mu ditum say Manchester United beat me the 8 say the nanze ye om didi no ba upe o mbe Champions League mo bi ache nanze o di Champions League mo bi be 14 15 om kwa am nya ade ne ade but om ye kese eno di enti nyi ho achinyi om ye kese zaka na na edimi ni adanse ngase enti no kotoko no omo ya ma kotoko no bia no ma di nkunim wo ne ma so enti o mbebo tournament na empty stadium
se ne keka kondie
na efiada o ma bo democracy cup wa ha
ne nipa ko ehoma
na nipa akohwe na mo de mu teams akese na league mu na mo ya ade pa no obi ama amehwe mu yo omo nye bibi na amanfo anya yi. Okay, I watched that game on YouTube, and the behavior of the coach Boadu and Amankona was very, 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 very. Wow.
Omubofu no crepa ni so omubofu.
Right, Zach, young boy.
Omubofu.
Yeah, some.
So,
but omuwo anze muni videos of what happened and go for a video no
I'm sure they can. Amuko social media. Born again, beat me now.
Which game did you report that Herbert Mensah has taken a boat to cash money for Kotoko in a nearby town because of mistreatment? It was one of the African games. Hey, the media showed us some stories in the past. So. Are you happy with the current Gaka? Is that the Gaka you were once an executive member? It's going down each year. Nana, first part in the midfield. Yeah, no.
You are casting doubt on your integrity.
But first, what's the established? I reported that first. You say what's the established? What do we establish? What I say? There is no one man miss opportunity. No, we conclude to me in time.
First one,
old man could transfer something see. Now you have been traveling with teams. Now something see. What for phone? Now report here, Brian. Now. And same be no more. My remember example. When Koto go to Casablanca with the work, no. Omo at the boots, brand new boots free Germany buy. So Uspor, so one of them, through Raf, back on the other way about after made up no. Zoom deck more. Because go now to any boot on the bo the AstroTurf at the never synthetic and near can. So they have to buy boots from Germany to the team. Okay, we be and obi ndin deal. Dem obi beka say namoboa. But ebe one say what to football boots from Germany see from the team.
At that time na pitch no omo team fan bo menye.
Enye omo ko so man fa boots ni bi anko.
Dina say pay be back quick.
We obi and obi Sam no. Omo ka so omo hype. There were times Papa say
I say hey boss and niya Julaka those times no nyama omo tukoya omo kachire ma ese fie enije bi omo di tinsem no omo say ansem se na okese me bi ho omo dwunu wa
omo ntiase
after 24 years old
jeba se omo tukoya la
so we me say omo di twantro
after 24 years, no. After the process, we say, and so we were told a lot of tales.
Say, yeah, the boot of free Germany and break out of four. And no,
so at that time, Ghana could be as a boot to be Biana.
The team Nicono, they were not prepared for that kind of pitch.
For synthetic.
When we got there, and Kotowa had a German coach, Ralph Zumdek. And oh yes and no, almost for ordinary boots no and boss up quickly biba and then the contacts in Germany
and to buy
now to turn papa one farmer aeroplane next flight but we are the heading
so the BCC
as you go for one says ever go for boot no go for there now boat yen na boat so
I say the media team that were following Kotoko then was the strongest you've ever seen
and you be the only the old guy
boat no do offer there
oh me just a boat no there say o transu so I have a Sami Mukromo omo ntina boat so da eastern region ho ba bi no enti an wan say nipa be tina boat so
Sami ko
ne wan say who do ba bi na say car nko na say boat na any boat na be tina so and that knows me question no why should people be surprised by things like that
coach face ka buy I'm just cannot say ko fa be good
yeah
they say maybe I'm
but also the fact of the matter is that that man was years ahead of our game. So many years ahead. Only the story where Koto were giving 55,000 some motor for. But okay. Samuel no. To say under Herbert, until Koto so much now we're determined say give him 25,000. No. The argument then and now people are raising it. Why should you pay Kotoko and say become Chelsea menu and ultimate maker? Sikape, CMRA tournament. Ube tournament jom ko bobu America ne. Then ano Manchester ne ade ko bobu Asia ono. the teams are paid the same amount. No. Also, no befa kotoko apparatus no. The whole kotoko team. Edoma kodrun kan so mo nkobo ball no. Ono ni team bi ono otua ni players ka enye penti ombo.
Supporters so touch.
Wambo. And that was the beginning of top 4 problems. He didn't play. And a club saying to you, boy, I did with Dakoto. And they saw what happened. So I just and then, after close to 30 years, we are back to Kotoko should be bigger than others. But I wouldn't understand.
No, you know
why you cram penny when Kotoko started so much suit. I best still okay, go to the Kambu. And then the FIFA president no say.
No, be address.
And then play senior, the almost suit at the end of the day. And so I'm the Kotoko stadium. Go to the Kambu.
That's money. I'm losing
game against us. Go to the Kambu, red tie with black suit, white shirt. No, my bomb. Say Puma was almost there.
White one.
You won't be that. Go to the Kambu. Go to the Kambu. And
that is a dressing in town.
25-30 years ago. So bad. Into because now we are so the Omo can say young kitty team. Young she use for buy other types of dresses. A buy and branded bars. It happen. And then I'm on the abbey. No, no, be.
Also not the urban international.
No one says will be afro boat. Boat yet, some boats. Jack, here go. Bab also Jini Ejomudi. Say you were two tales. Then 8 tales. Oh, sorry, how you never be an
message never an American was a name. Open at the one and I'm quite a message in bio.
Say, what things on Oko Congo and on Bro Boat. Because it's the biggest club in England, if you ask me. A Chinia Liverpool Man U near the general. Me feel say me subscribe to sir. I think Man U is the biggest club in England. Nipa bia so upeso do sa de usro usua preko. Ntine am bomb di yem fato. Like half a young boy,
so you should be okay. The story of Julian Alvarez, Atletico Madrid, is getting interesting. Now, I mean, say the boy is trying to answer, is winning the emotional bit of situation through the public. I say, I'm team for visit. Oh, the day na Atletico for a boy. Also, Moman. But those people have forgotten is a football, no, a business. And Julian Alvarez have signed a long-term contract with Atletico Madrid. Now, Mr. Otuo, Julian was at Manchester City. Oba no, born mame ne numbers na yemfanka MCC. It wasn't like Julian Alvarez was anyway, make Julian Alvarez. It wasn't like Julian Alvarez was any play be na ombobi, and I said who was not important to the Man City project. The first season to obo in total matches about 49 matches. 49 matches, you know, or started about 29 in the Premier League in the start. This is a player that they bought from Argentina. Let's say that he's a man signing from Europe. They bought him from Argentina. In his first season, or started, he has 23 Premier League games. And I said in all matches, 23 and started here. Edema Man City. And also 17 goals. And make 5 assists. That was the first time Europe from Argentina. Then the following season, the total appearance in H2 54. Total start 39. 39 and 31 in the Premier League. So how many matches are playing in the Premier League? 38. So if you start 31 out of 38 games, it's just that you are a very important player in that setup. The goals increase equal 19. And assist increase equal 13. So the season that Julian Alvarez enya the best season no. And no catch a situation on happy at Titi. Munti asemi yo so onya happy. Say how? How can you play 54 matches?
No on time start you.
Mr. 54 39 start. 39 of the 54 games.
Because no be able.
Let's start now we have Haaland aba.
Haaland better no. I think only Gabriel Jesus known and never say other striker.
Yeah, say on Okoye this year Okoye Haaland buy. It is a year no so to 54 games or starting 39. And I'm saying 39 some of them are Champions League and other cup games, but Premier League in Kwano or started 31. You can't start 31 out of 38 games and say you are not important in that year. And also so called the entire
send us in a family.
Not Diego Simeone, the Argentine Cabano have called him, promising him big money in terms of the salary because if Argentina City are already on schedule form. So they promise him huge salary. Akachian said they want to use him as the face of the Atletico Madrid project. So team was going to build around him. This is a promise they gave to Alvarez. A convincing man chance here. After accepting this, Mr. Anna Atletico at the 82 million pounds. 82 million pounds. And as I would call a friend saying, euros ma 95 million euros. Then a record transfer fee at Atletico Madrid. And because signing Julian Alvarez too. I'm a project. I'm first year. I'm second year. As you say, Basa for almost Omopel. And the I'm saying, okay, we don't have a problem. But truth is that we also want to win La Liga. It's the reason why we have invested a lot of money in you and other players. La Liga, we cannot sell you to our direct rivals. You don't want to come back to a team where you go to the lake. So we won't sell you. We are not for sale. But almost some people are serious. Or buy our close 500 million euros. They should come and pay, and they don't know but we will negotiate with them. Simple coin. The Madrid went to 150 million euros. Also Monton. Basa went also Monton. Also Wolfu and Jumbo Umuna and a dear. Oh, say boy, you share attitude there. And how he's behaving there in the Mumuna. Now no picture I'm about to share. You say also answer.
Not you cannot keep an unhappy player.
But so
he's not happy.
No, so you are not happy. Say the ND.
Say the power joins Mr. Sam.
No, but so how can you just go and take all this money in just 2 years and say you are forcing yourself out? Now, the other aspect is that almost fine. If any team comes out first apart from Barcelona or Real Madrid, outside Spain, yeah, who will sell you? Then Arsenal came in. Yet to say Alemani or more sporting director was in England to negotiate fencing Jackson. And has now opportunity to speak to Arsenal. Say if there is a chance, there come what they bet about 2 with the figure. Now reporter Eban say he's telling them say he's not Uncle Baby on Arsenal. He wants to join Barcelona and almost say
so says Zach Neka.
Oh, says he's here.
Okay, storybooks are the old Trono.
So, they've mentioned Arsenal because so far Arsenal now show interest. And the but when you say try to
oh,
I didn't see as a Ubofo is here.
Oh, so no, I can't say.
That is your story. I think say boy don't have to understand them so too. Und me and behaving like the way he's behaving. Just because you want to force yourself out and do that the whole year. Let's see how this transfer will end after 31st of August. It's a window close here. And we share Chelsea.
He wasn't starting most of the games. So Haaland bans and Oko. So I think Haaland came to meet him and started benching him the last season.
No, Haaland didn't bench him. Not on Haaland.
But Mikhail, he was always a secondary striker sort of.
Oh, some more figures.
Haaland was the reason why he left.
He started 31 matches.
Okay.
It's a Premier League, you know.
Obisa Abbas came the same year Haaland came. I don't remember that.
But that's Let me check. They played together in the last season. Last season now about 30 or started 31. No. na Pep ebo mu ni nyina nti obo Haaland as a lead striker no obo Alvarez no behind him and I say on the left side.
Okay.
And it was 31 of the 38 games in the Premier League. Until let's see how this story will also end. Chelsea won 3-2 against Fulham yesterday. Now, after watching Abalu Otuo, boy, I'm sure say players now more Madrid than Abalu. Yes, I think the first game Tibenya will take a crack. But so on your badu because born of Fulham for boy no. Anyhow, set up team no.
Premier League very.
No, so the means Chelsea different no.
Your more toe to toes how England with Fulham.
Sabona about Chelsea no. Any other team not in the shape and the caliber of Chelsea be no struggle against Fulham. So maybe before
you will play your first game at home. At least the way I ball no. You don't see any defensive way biawo. One movie say, hey, that's all diminished in thing in answer.
But for apart from Scotland.
Okay, so go to Madrid.
Apart from Scotland, they did everything better than Chelsea.
So Scotland did that.
The most important thing. You understand? But I want to say, Chelsea qualities, Rodgers, Palmer, and Jean Pedro. So other mid-table teams will not have this attacking trio to punish you. I want to be free by you. Because born and full and bombs if they are going to play this against all the other mid-table teams at home, they will survive in the Premier League. Okay. But the question is, can they play like this against the other teams? Because that team is almost open. They are coming to have different strategy.
Yeah.
But Alonso born Sanchez since errors leading to a goal. He's second to Verbruggen. Yonfa Sanchez Monja League. Honestly, if you want to win the Premier League, now goalkeeper Sanchez no goal area. Goals now just consider 2 goals no. Ni now say errors that he committed. So goals now were not goals that will beat any elite goalkeeper. Person on the league. It means why upon all these errors, 8 goals errors leading to a goal. Still now more trust. And also what trust in himself or no. And a goalkeeper.
Okay.
They have so far Lacroix have shown say he's a leader. At least he was able to manage the back 5 Nikakra. But the problem that Chelsea will have and Alonso here say South 2 now Obobo moving phenomenal. Against Fulham, they were outplayed in the middle. Totally. And continuous because game controllers no. There will be a lot of pressure. They also rely on the front three no. And I'm front three them to any defense biano challenge will punish you. Rodgers, Palmer, and Jean Pedro. One. If you give them space, they will punish you. But some boy could do a monchano. And they've shown that they don't have those players to carry the ball. I'm not anymore. It's the first game, good win for Chelsea, even though not a very good performance, especially from the back to the middle. But at this stage, you accept any form of win. Now they are going to
so Chelsea supporters, they should stop never numbers on the Enzo Fernandez because they will need him.
Exactly. That's the biggest.
They will need him.
One of the major observation from this game
they will need him
was the fact that Enzo still has a key role to play in this Chelsea setup.
But boy near that kind of midfielder being here for the back three no. All right, but Kupama is in form.
No, he's back to his best. He's back to his best. I'm sure say.
And he says, "What's my leader? Isn't the style not the celebrating no money na you?"
Yeah. Say, customize you. Any, I feel
wow.
Oh yeah. Obama believe every creator this year.
Save you. Na money be wada. Na no akwa bi save you abu so.
Say about the own team.
Yeah. I mean, too. With the big back, there's no baby.
And now Chelsea game we na they na new ratings were from was Robert Sanchez. That's the goalkeeper for Chelsea.
And they will display.
What's it?
Madrid, new coaches.
Oh yeah. The 2 former Madrid coaches.
Madrid striker, the Madrid players.
We say this was caused by Hansi Flick. Ejuma Flick Barca for 1 year, you know. And then I'm a Premier League and these 2 managers and we are going to see how things will go. And now players including Ben Leno conceded 3 goals. He had a better ratings than Robert Sanchez. and me sure say every Chelsea fan be a game in the himself. At this point, we're checking all the top clubs are competing for trophies. It is difficult to compete for any major trophy when your goalkeeper is bad. The goalkeeper should be above average, and that is the true story. Barcelona. Now, the last time you discussed it, the number of goals that Barcelona conceded last season, just one less than Real Madrid. But it'll be a about the number of chances or more allow opponent to create against them. But the key point between opponent creating chances and the ball near top Barcelona net was Raul Garcia. And you who play in the Barcelona team and the Spanish La Liga. You talk about David Raya. Obienu Obetimaka say Arsenal important players last season, the goalkeeper Nenka. So we share Arsenal team Namzoto. Not just the fact that Oji the Golden Globes, he was a top keeper. The organization of his defense, the command of his defense, the kicks, the presence in area deals. Because one advantage of a goalkeeper here say Bobo of a woman. One kwana ultimate one saba. Obi baby identity. One sano ahodi wom direction wom ultimate stretch it than the head. Moto utinu stretch akwa saying. But one sano die efa ubenkum ultimate tini benkum no efa nifa ultimate tini nifa no. So your presence in the air, that is a huge advantage for a team. The calmness are all the beba. And moto say striker bit me a chance to about say no. But a defender, including a goalkeeper, one mistake is extremely deadly. So you cannot be a keeper and be making elementary mistakes. It's not allowed. Team in success. And that is the story of a goalkeeper friend Robert Sanchez. Mutobeka last in Champions League. Bayern Munich PSG. Manuaniwa. Big movements. Elementary mistakes. PSG qualified to the next stage of the competition. In Mutu say a shame common. Na bibia dia dance here say Chelsea history mono. Yaho Peter Cech or the Chelsea koje Champions League. Yaho Edward Mendy arms to obe handle Chelsea post Edward koje Champions League. There is no way Robert Sanchez come anywhere close to that. And to the mama who are saying when say Chelsea new leadership are spending almost 1 billion on even above, but they were not able to get a proper goalkeeper. That is a flaw in your transfer system. Going to mean to turn. Now when you're an established goalkeeper that you can trust, say in any moment, when called upon, he's not going to be a weakness. And now we told her 2 goals are Robert Sanchez conceded here. Now said, "Ni more for no, elbow gumino, na chelmzo so no sutina will be a pronatuma and call for real easily, sir. The transfer market is not over. But to signals no penny natural. I think Alonso should start making other plans for a top goalkeeper, because if Chelsea, a Premier League, compete ever back to the Champions League, they cannot be conceding this elementary goal. This is Fulham. Imagine Oberbo City. Imagine Oberbo United. And we say matches against the big 6. You find the 6 pointers. On no shower. Or just 3 points ni floor. Now potential 3 points are being well losing. It indirectly is competing for 6 points, though the face of 3 points, because of eventually send your own mummy press was. And that was one lesson from the game of Robert Sanchez. João Pedro an elite finisher. Or the consistency kind of ball we know what I think say Chelsea number 9 rule no omo better. Also to us and I say strikers one heading all over. Most of the strikers are teams one to the elite level near K2AB. Most of them you're promising. You're talent. But you do that mature stage where you're game changers. But João Pedro at this pace is understanding with the other Chelsea players how he moves, how he occupies spaces, the take-ons, the final decision, our critical moment, whether encore for power, encore for chip, encore for placement. So far, João Pedro is getting the job done. And so too, we will say no man for Boko Palma Abaso, I'm for João Pedro Abaso. Sometimes some bad decisions make my blessing in disguise. So boys so we had here. I think not going to the World Cup, enya some sort of advantage for these boys. Otuo, also no almost 30 the stage on fire. Sheku Palmer, send an hour can. So you are Pedro, send a make us ACA. These boys, not me a topic of discussion, our last season. When England Alpha Palmer Uncle World Cup, when Brazil Alpha Joao Pedro Uncle World Cup. But I think that absence, it created this new hunger in them. And now it looks like Omar Bassis in to prove a point to their respective managers say they made a mistake not taking them to the World Cup. And Sheku Palmer, he wants to prove a point to Thomas Tuchel. Joao Pedro, he wants to make a statement to coach FN Carlo Ancelotti. And Omenya Jabi Alonso all play a system to get the best out of them. So to Alonso system no bono in that 3-4-2-1 system no front three no so you'll be when you down here definitely you'll be on the goal books. You are going to score goals based on that system no. It's anya one Morgan Rogers no to no Jenny fans Joao Pedro Jenny fans and a Palmer so Jenny fans. So good game for Chelsea, good start, but there are still some rough edges to work on, which is the defense. Attacking there no problem. And once again, once a coach system, you want to look at how the players understand the system. And looks like so far that was good for Chelsea. Good one for them, but the job is not done. I still think that they need Enzo send an Ayekano. Ombre controller in middle. And also about the defensive and offensive aspect. No releasing passes, no more Palmer. But teams are going to have a headache stopping that front three of Team FN Chelsea. So to other places, I a video of Vini and Ada Guler. Maybe later, where Ada pull ball for one of the Spanish players, and he decided to send a pass to Kylian Mbappe, and Vinicius reacted. Said it looks like Ada Inyabobia, Ada Gule Inyabobia. The first player he's searching for is Kylian Mbappe instead of looking at other players or other positions. Obian himself, Jose Mourinho, one of his biggest tasks, getting everybody in check. On say the media strategically, these things happen every game. But the media, they always a selling point. And now say these guys are two huge stars. And the be of food needs to be an amount for attention because. So indirectly, Jose Mourinho won. But to get Vinicius happy, to get Kylian Mbappe happy, in terms of supplies, in terms of total play, Juma Kessie de Majose, moving forward. Send the reaction of these players and affected the chemistry within the team. Juma Kessie da Majose. After one game, I'm first starting focusing on the reaction, micro actions of these players on the field. And we still think that Jose were Juma was and also getting everybody happy. But we told them, Basa.
Nan record to say was animal.
Oh, I trust him.
Okay.
I trust you get it done. So far, no, in terms of the position of the players, the Mbappe Yadia Tumson never boy anymore. And I've been Yadia Tumson never boy left wing. But it's about how the system will evolve around these players. Send you be a numbers are or be happy as a player, and numbers are contribute to team development. I say players need concentrated so much on their numbers are never individual achievement are. There are some movements I think I'll sacrifice my other player for the player to score so that at the end of the day success beba. But as I didn't gets affected when individual glory outshine it total teamwork. But me too Barca uncommon. Me dem announce him. We have Barca 5-0 against Elche. And I can confidently tell you say Hansi Flick have built the system. Barca nya any decent number 9. All qualities will be positioning, hold up play, and an excellent movement. And the finishing here can crabby about Ferran Torres, they will be okay. System now coach now building. Anyhow, the players move along. And yet, number 9 in your position, except Madrid, Barca for breaking the bank. It can be any young talent. When the China Ferran Torres of finishing was our Barca's teaming. His only problem was his finishing. Also, a player was a chance, but also the movement here, the ball playing ability, he started as a winger. Into a team no ball nibi. Into a team link up, no really easy. But his only problem was his finishing. Basa system no ma ye no. Adeyemi, Anthony Gordon, Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, Rafinha, Ferran Mo, Moto, Femi Lopez mo no. Enye na be any boy ding. No be boa Basa. Actually, how they did an established centre back, matured one. But me so to enim ho no. Onya strike bia otimi move back wings kakra. Ebe control. Na the all wings na ba center forward position. Because moto so check it goals na players to be share. Somebody started as a left winger but scored the position of a center forward. Obi started as a right winger but scored a position I am meant for a center forward because of the movement of these Barcelona attackers. It's when you strike a BM to two on this side and I say obo wings kakra bet me adia contraction apasia mobile movie born be two on one kasa penalty box no so ni goal scoring no ratio the conversion ratio was stroke kakra bia Basa is good to go. That is all that they need.
Thank you.
Alvarez was on your way, but I still think say based on the system Hansi Flick has created, any decent number 9 with this potential
will survive. Thank you.
Morning. My interest in Premier League. No. Is it a mad day one? Na on the boss ya na yekase na hyase no ya na edin so de be kire baby obi di wona wie but the see na hyase no zoni zo ntimi ntonkuno nti after Enra Chelsea omo win omo nyae over Fulham omo share Fulham 3-2 no to amaye clear indication how will be a season be si akọ ebia emfi na nkopem transfer window na wie ye no there might be changes but the who Enra no akire enyoma bebre mamema typical example. Last season, Arsenal Muji Premier League in the first league game against Manchester United. Last season. Yes, Arsenal first league game was against Manchester United. That was Arsenal first league game. Arsenal shared the only goal of the game 2 set piece. Aside the no, any other set pieces, either from corner kick or either from a free kick, you're closer to Manchester United area no. And my clear indication how Arsenal be approach your season no. Into a real season no. So to a do terminal amount for say Arsenal for use dark art. Into Arsenal be a specialist when it comes to set pieces. And almost a good power with set pieces. Teams were struggling to match Arsenal. So Arsenal in your corner kicker. No be any say go back. Into their first game ni chere how Arsenal almost season be siako. Ampany ampa year season no na Arsenal age Premier League. Manchester United so on the other side a season before the tournament the 16th. But we share money Arsenal game na. What do you say? Oh, na say na money yin na boso. 15. No the 15 and 16. 15 from. Okay. Thanks for the correction. But that's go visa kito. But we Arsenal and Manchester game now. Clearly who say Manchester season no omo be improve change the previous season. It eventually Manchester be near top 4. Liverpool won the first league game last season against Bournemouth. Omo bo game ni we no. So too Liverpool winning 4-2 against Bournemouth. But be chire in the game say teams omo against Liverpool because Bournemouth only 2 goals omo share ya. Or none nyina a true quick transition. Defensively, na Liverpool are well shaped. Omo need a proper defensive midfielder to give omo back for no cover. It is a semenyo run no go no okoshe ye no. So to na nyina indicated the Liverpool season no ye wie ni nyina obi ahun say Liverpool team no if you omo number 6 position ko akiro no e kwanda ho. Nti ye hu sa de no. Chelsea ko Crystal Palace ko ball 1-1. After that game, say we assess Chelsea team na even no mo best season ni mu as World Club champions. But who said Chelsea defense the problem or and a goalkeeping so no problem. There were other teams we can mention to say Manchester City. The signs were clear, said they would need some of the experienced players, especially Obi to say Rodri, and they will need addition. After Omo first game last season, it was here January. Omo to Maggi, Omo fa Semenyo, Rodri was back. Na City started so much challenging for Premier League title no, which Arsenal beji. Yeah, they be share first game am so to be able Premier League na. yɛn fan gye de babo ohun ɛsɛ ohun kwan obi ɛbɛfa so approach season no Arsenal in their first game against Coventry HSS Coventry nye match emfa mo Coventry no mo yɛ the champions of the championship nti Arsenal edo mo to baabi kura mo gya mo kwan do mo to baabi Arsenal ma sign say omo trophy no mo gye in last season winning the Premier League no this season omo say a favorite and it will take a lot to beat Arsenal. One area na your problem even ma Arsenal no kromotimi esusu o ma de ko wie season no was the left side of the attack. This one Makofa is number. A first game no boy, but when player koto no bi anko ba be understand you ba be sub. Boy ya wo boy die e be dense e be drop no. Until fast na team ni even with their injuries at the back line, additions from the account no, it makes it difficult for a team to challenge Arsenal. And they who say this season Arteta any more defensive because pressure in so waji league na wie obema players in the freedom to play unrestricted omo a lot of players be exhibit omo natural talent it will show Arsenal Coventry team na a game na issue here but Arsenal ebe fight history because history no omo ko onim say Mizoto since 1934-35 season 1933-34 34-35 season Arsenal ni Premier League in defended that Arsenal ni Premier League in defended that the 33-34 season under Joe Shaw and then the following season under George Allison since then Arsenal NG Premier League in defended that enti Arsenal ebe fight history because omonya side omutimi Premier League etimi defend see at the even the Premier League era krana sa invisibles no mizoto omantimi anji league and defend it Arsenal problem omoso won say they are going to fight history which and also da ho Manchester United eboy unim say mizoto in the history of the Premier League teams omo free championship oba no ebe Premier League no the worst side by qualification awonye Premier League entrance Hull City Asana make out ni
Century
ye fa Premier League
the worst side by qualification
come free championship na be rura o ma qualify from championship abe rura Premier League ma the worst side Hull City onim sa Hull City is the worst side
and it say omna nya points ana say
omo qualification ne ko fa so buy no do say na nche da nya papa
omna e ko ngofo ko twa video bia
Middlesbrough.
Okay.
Osha how points omunya anyhow they qualified into the Premier League.
That's omunya de.
It's Premier League near 2D Premier League no. Teams of free championship are qualified into the Premier League no. The points in your nyoma Hull City.
Na be the thing in
yes, Hull City. Yes.
I hope you guys also
now championship you bomb say.
What should I can?
You don't bomb say.
Last Coventry the first.
Coventry. Home position. Our position be ball at the championship playoff. That will give you the clear indication of maybe and person. Manchester United game now you share on Saturday no. So actually say Manchester United will need additions to the team.
After 4 midfielders.
That was the another worst in championship history. With the last 2 seasons. Championship for Bristol at 68 points and a couple playoff. Coventry on the 69 points and a couple playoff. Hall the 73 points.
The bomb away you say.
Bristol what do you say?
Bristol the 6.
Okay.
And 68 points.
Couple playoff no qualify.
Oh, one so who is
also? There we qualify.
I don't know one.
I'm qualify.
I'm sad no one win. And the battle yeah.
Me hwani pa. So
omo qualify. Eti ko Hull City so. Your ball last championship ni baby omo di ye. So to the imagine say, omo dey qualify the Premier League no. And no be mo atema asem na say.
Wo.
Na be hu.
We to eti ye to asem no so no. The best me kan nyina say. Manchester free stage ano mo gina last season no. And they say last season the major competition no competing is the Premier League. Yes, there were other cup competitions, FA Cup, Carabao, but the major one is the Premier League. It is a free Carabao, now free FA Cup. Now we compete in the Premier League. Loto ye you free mo bia no obeka ho asemo. Yeah. So tell me say. Omo move to another stage. Stage where they say now they are competing in the Champions League and they will compete in the Premier League. You cannot have a bad Champions League season and a bad Premier League season together. So how do you compete? You need a large size of a squad to compete. But Osha Manchester team ya mzoto nyamie nim nukuri ni. Elake se nyoma bebree. Se Zakito betina ka so muhia left back. Mzoto hu Luke Shaw. Amefa Luke Shaw nya example. Okay time Luke Shaw ko Manchester United. Obekai.
Or join Manchester United.
Or join Manchester United. From Southampton boy. Okay.
Acho.
Na fa team sa.
Babo be 8 seasons.
Na fa team sa. Omone Manchester United are competing for either top 4 or the Premier League title since then. With the left backs or much change omone baby o modru. 2026 still Luke Shaw is Manchester United first choice for left back.
And it is Akra Bofu amon wa be keke bia che coach.
Who do the even right backer? Who do even right backer? Who the teams no Manchester United competing? How they have been changing their right every single season or more upgrading. Every single season was more upgrading. Or more free 1, no more 2, no more 3, no more 4. But Manchester United that's what the law ne Mazuarion. They are not even upgrading those positions to compete. It will be shares out competitions kakese mienu a. So to host it game nature. E too early but the signs are there. They said the teams be there. Then Chelsea Zoto. Enra game na ye kan ho asem no. Odi ebeduro wa be sa ba be kan de nya abotre. They will need a large square size. Zoto and Zagito. Onim say asema me kan no kre. Game ni mo ye den na Manchester that from 2-0. Zoto. Look at the players that were coming in.
Menu Sesco and one crowd.
Lakuma Nuna.
But I mean, or see last squad now, or see look at the players who were coming in. Those who were coming in were Benjamin Sesco, who was go and check the goals that he scored last season.
But when you say Sesco,
who Menu
or Sesco or your fitter, he will start. The one starting say throughout the preseason, so he was not fit. It is a Sesco new one ever. So tell me Chelsea. It's Mizoto Yanko Yanim. Chelsea so how many Crystal Palace 1-1 now. A chair they see a game no. And they say defensively Crystal Palace are better than Fulham team they won and run. So far last season Crystal Palace now. But they had a lot of chances against Chelsea and almost squandered chances no. It is score line there and so by the won last season Chelsea first game against Crystal Palace and they run at the end there. To defense Makasa ade we say you can never compete in the Premier League if you want to win the Premier League. Na Sanchez is your goalkeeper. And no more defense no. Never know about Fulham for na musa. And indecision how. The only positive about Chelsea team Nenra was the attack. But Mzoto unya team unya share teams are omo defense ye good. Omo attack ye gooder. No mo team che attack na. They will punish you. Ebi obeka so Kaisedo Amobi. Enzo Amobi. Enzo ebemu later on one starting game no. Yes, I know they give the team balance. Omo upgrade them defense no. Seleviko Walaba. Omo ko fala kwa from Crystal Palace Edna Babeka home. But having individual players, I keep on saying it. Obetianya quality individual players. But when the setup is no good, to a problem amount. It's the Chelsea season is what they say. Supporters in enjoy whereby the likes of Morgan Rogers, Kupama, João Pedro will give them goals. They will give them goals. But the defense now here and no there. But then how defense they will concede a lot of goals. In me see in the Italian Serie A. Gianpiero Gasperini. So we don't talk much about Gasperini, but I think one coach on successful to say Giovanni Trapattoni. To say Fabio Capello, Marcello Lippi, Carlo Ancelotti, Antonio Conte, Mas Allegri, make how they perform in the Italian Serie A. They go home they call the next level. To say Arrigo Sacchi, after winning the Serie A, dominated the Champions League. Capello same, Giovanni Trapattoni won in Italy, outside Italy, Okoko Jeye, Osha Antonio Conte, the strength in the Italian Serie A, Mas Allegri, Serie A, and other coaches. But the question I maybe says, how coaches here mabo mudini nano? Why the bet me a coach Atlanta at Naji International Trophy? Ubi anyhow. But it took Gasperini to give Atlanta Europa Cup or Bayer Leverkusen 3-0. We any Syria, we any Champions League. But offer club to say Atlanta. Now the J and the European trophy is the two. It is our coach AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus. Now do Magic Champions League and I say Italian Serie A. It is Gian Piero Gasperini a Jumano yen no Atlanta no. Yen celebrity. And I was watching their game against Fiorentina and how he has built the Roma team. The two. I think this season, this Roma team, at the Ebe back to 2001, the last time they won the Italian Serie A with Fabio Capello as their coach. That team that had Totti, Del Vecchio, Montella, Debbie. On say the squad no more in the year, better than the Mourinho Dieno.
Okay.
So what did I say? Better than Mourinho Dieno. More upgrade your team ne kakra. Why Fiorentina? So after the death of their owner Comiso, Oma invest a lot in their team. Oma confirm Master Antoine, and if Real Madrid as a lone player. Moiskin the last 2 seasons by Italian standard, Mizoto, he's second best to rotate when it comes to Italians, Omobo in the Italian Serie A when it comes to goal scoring. Omafa Alta from Udinese, Abekan the likes of Dodo. They still have David Dier. Eti enye squad they are bad to finish in the top 8. But as a Roma team wait to meet discipline. Fiorentina, they say they are no more no. Look at the creative act. Amzoto, Dybala de Mayenra. All the 3 goals that Roma Enra came through Paulo Dybala, and he had over Syria experience. In Dybala, or on Ilicic, Aonyano Atlanta, and I say Papu Gomez, Aonyano Atlanta. It is this Roma team, Mizoto, League no Muji Yacheno, from watching Enra team no. Mizoto,
they are close.
No, they will Obi Obeso G Syria and Ibian will have Roma to fight with.
Okay, so Jimbo Pa Kobe Kent. What analysis is all finished safe with 73 points maybe another Fibano. But they were able to beat the 3rd place team Millwall and 4th place team Southampton to qualify. What do you mean by Onyads?
So only where the problem is how much as you know. Ongo for teams are almost finish 6th in the championship. On be playoff now. But today you normally don't get teams that finish 6th. Meba.
Between the best teams.
Meba. But say you normally don't finish 6th. Now so to have qualify our championship playoff na be Premier League. ABS.
Okay. Minu akwaba.
Boss me Joso.
Net is saying.
Nyame adom say.
Say ko 12 sana na wa em say o koy ana. Yeah, mom say so be so ya asa dia. All right, be fine there.
Senior.
Okay. Now about black again.
Some former CEO na free.
Oh, okay.
Kwabena,
fine.
Former boss.
That's one say.
Sure.
Okay. You didn't come here.
I also say
as on the ben unti na make it.
So
I dey say bebre almost.
If you had bebre Yankopon fan currency kwabena kese.
Yeah.
Yankopon oyi bi pa.
Oya there.
Say the edika mama nchia.
That's one a man 1,000 cedis first.
First
time 1,000 Ghana.
Yeah, kwabena so na mama ye krachi ni amekotena nkran. Say me o ye krachi dwuma na ya pegi wa free kumase do akotena nkran. Kwabena kese na ye mesa.
Say some dey be kan ho asem. Then aden nkran aye den chen. Ye ni nkomo time nti.
Oh yeah.
Ka to na ya jo nkran o. Nkran asem no dey asem o. Okay, you were nyanju dey e go na. Also ye cratch di ko trankran.
O mame ko ye cratch ni. Say cratch ni ye kwa ye ko hustle.
Okay.
Henti say kwa ye cratch juma ni ye. Kwa bana na mame ko tra.
Afin matu at.
Me da sepa. Bacho mame. Abusia ba bia obia mame mo ache na memo akwaba emfamra Oyerepa sports so. Today sports so na agusu awutie ne mpacho ba bia obia yi wasum tie me ye ba bebon komo afia pomudi ho nsam ba di kan ka kire so wa pomudi mu nsam de wo de to chacha eye wa wasem a nenso asedanka nyame sesa wo ya deda mpa so
sa wo da hospital bed so sa wo te care mu ba bia wo bia wonya ulcer bia no pagya wonsa wo tirim mese se wonya ulcer pagya wonsa wo de awutirim no wa num se wonya ulcer oni padua mu a wo de pagya wonsa ene ogya ba ofie ene aduro no yedi tu ulcer se ne ho nkomo ena me ne obabo no hack health care for yensa no ne yedi sa enrowe apa no etimi so se wutie me e radio no so sa wo te care mu na wutie me ba bia wo bia wutie me bia no me so wa afam asoma me wo so wo te office na wo hwe me TV no so a anope ma men kan cho say yade sana ene ye ka ho asem no aba oboboa no enti bomodna so betie me yade hasa mesha and hasa capsules hasa mesha and hasa capsules yes eye nuam yenu hemen say eye nuam yenu ne yade abadwaso ni nyina da eye yedi tu osase enti mpacho so wanya osa bobodna so betie na wakwakoto adroi na wonom atu osa na sen ten ama ho ato mpacho sa wo hwe TV no ye number na gu TV no so no fa na phrase sie na ka de osa no eye wo akire eno ye number 1 2 wo friends so a ye kire so obesisi anum ye nuamienu abomuo na de atu osa na se eno ye number 2 the third one amedi eja wo ene se wonya osa untimi ni aduane bia yes I stand fact untimi ni aduane bia unya osa untimi ni fruit bia etia no wasa ne nso sama me se ukodi fruit bia enei ne acid content na no ose a enei wo yefo no ukronde bia bebre ukodi aduane bia mentimi moso na se acid ni wo mdodo a de bia no o osa no ekuro no ebebre de bia etia no wasa ne nso sama me pa ye number no gu TV no so utie radio re dia fa na frey ye number no 0240 0240 23 83 10 0240 23 83 10 anase 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 anase 0546 189 405 0546 189 405 0546 189 405 mipacho enwami enu yenum boma brebia ena wo kwakoto so mesra se enya ba ko ho tonimi enu boma wo kwakọ esentafo atani ata omuvu bom etisa wo koto ba ko pa osa no wo ba kwa so fo ba bompa ya ma wo bompa ya ma wo bompa ya ma wo ba jempa ye de bia nso osa no ne timdie tie ya etimi so ya no asa no so sa e de ma me pa wo yo pemfo ntimi num bi sa so na ye lactating mother tie mesika sa wo ye lactating mother as a chance oba wo ma kwada no fo wuntimi num sa dure tie ya no wasa no so sa de ma me pa afem pa cho mo asomra ha ye kasa osa e bacteria friends H pylori na sa H pylori na busuya me no udi hu komo no he wo betima afaf bi afra adwaye wo betima afa bi afitie finda so wo honom de ma obere bia na so sa wonya bia kai na sa no so sa abere bia betima nya esansa wo ne nkrofo na se toilet bomu wo ne nkrofo na hwa agyaye bomu wo no mo se bomu dia eda ya sa H pylori mo wona wono mo de asa no epre nipadua no obetima bawura oni padua mu wono so de onya bawura oni padua ni mu a onso ntia na wo funu mu no ena ya no etape etikobasa no a na akokọ esa eja wa adwo na obaba bechie ebasa no kai se osa duro ni ayemkuro ho no ma de betu ase eye hasa mesa and hasa capsules hasa mesa and hasa capsules hasa mesa and hasa capsules san no mienu na anom na de tu osa na se ena ayemkuro afa mama asomra ama modofo osa ni yomahudo bebre die di kan ye odiodo na osa enna Ghana ni asabi wanko skukura one table of wonim enim bakwampo no obaka che so wonya stomach osa yes sa diodo na osa ni enya ye wo se kukuro ebasa no aduane bia beto ye fun biam no gise okwa jana bia so koye hoye because ekuro na aba oye mo esa ni sinti na nei ye kan fama o se koto hasa mesa ene hasa capsules no nanom ntantam ema ho ento afem batwo mo asomra ha your peptic ulcer tie ye kasa peptic ulcer eye ulcer abosuo ba ko a enya bawura ni padua ni mu a de bia kokko asei okokko no na ho hyehyew it de bia bo say unya severe de bia bo se na akoko ho seso okoko ho be seso saa e basa na de bia na huna ma ne ensuo kura na se bia be fa akoko ho a na okoko ho seso e ye hard burns asem ne ye ka no etu odofo koto hasa mesa ene hasa capsule so nom tie unya osa utitimi pai ho e bo gaga unya osa wachiri bramo wachiri kasa oboni say lower back pain unya osa tire opa unya osa se ya obu say chest pain de bia na eya oya unya osa onfia nkasa say abre bia na eya oya unya osa utwa to bebre oni bebre wotenta so bebre wotia horo bebre osa eno no orofo osa eyare bone osa eyare tantan nanso na aseda ba ofie elje aba ofie eye hasa mesa and hasa capsules tie unya osa de bia na wani su bru wani su timi bru sa unya osa de bia na oye adwuma kakra bia no abre oye adwuma kakra bia no abre unya osa o digestion ye very poor aduane anko di ne be don so miensa kese ke aduane timi yamwo wo no essence wonya osa ntie no aduane akoko proto agu aba sabi unya abo aponche uye nipa nyankopon aba wo ade na odofo tron mo ama osa kum wo yes osa kum nipa osa me se ekum nipa I've said this times with that number me se osa no ebekum wudi agora ebekum kan na ne animu no yesu so no obi ye hoya obi ye fita obi fo kakra bia yesi baifo bi na kunu yesi enya duabo enya baifo bia eye osa ne kum nipa no na so na ni bi enya mai me de manu si me sei aduru a yedi ku osa yedi osa eto dem na nipadua na pie eye hasa mesa and hasa capsule se me de manu si wo kumase na se wo peye aduru bia to a kopi FA pharmacy ya watafo new road me pa so ko a ubenya hasa mesa and hasa capsules anom afetia ha oba asta kanane ya kan se keo kroboduma se asam na mekan ye ya kan keo a okọ eye coronac okọ fedimens okọ dani heba afe oba adum pampa so a children's hospital ne nhwe ani mu hono no Costa pharmacy yebutu ho oba wo so pa ota tamfo duro no ye beyi bia ma ono anom okọ osons chemist obenya bia de se mede ma no sie no enkran okọ nkran na kola pass se ya anopa wiei said the La Pass for body momutie onya asem kuma La Pass for so ene wonya osa na sa wo pe osa adura no a for the chemu o kanshi drug lane baby me boss ko okoto bi okotenatet oko halos oko repass sanso na oko angel herba smart herba so oboase for ye checha moso monkoje mo de honom sanso ene ne wo mankasi mu a oko Jeff herba ubenya no bi Isaac Drugstore enso enkoko me pa choko na kojo dra me pa cho me de manu sie no se wanya osa wanya yemkuro oyam tutu se gaga edro ba kwa ye kan for de ma wo na Food and Drugs Authority for jatum se ye na nom na ho nto wo no eye hasa mesa and hasa capsules sabe de manu asi
that's really all the best that's pa tiro brena fe ye ni fi nkomone na enko ha ga krebi na fe ye ni nkomo fi. Right, you know,
Yanko Tanaso, Nafe, Yarisha Abbey, Hairbar Clinic, no, and I had the idea who was a second, sir. So, and a fibroid, also diabetes, malaria, that didn't toss my modi and Chesoqua, went to me and show. We see what Patapa Junction, a taxi do quite in the next 2 minutes, 1 hour 90, 5 minutes would grab Bay Hall, a 0243 Abbey, 345 Abbey, 392 Abbey, 0506 460 208 Franco dear Ushano Ayada na se ni nyina se wo the phones papa ne ho den abegum wo the accessories nso eka ho Nokia Samsung iPhones mo mpese fie asetena ye de no kai se wuntimi generator enframe blender washing machine microwave generator CCTV camera no emfa won santre nkofo bi so mo nkwa na beto wo betima to efie ho wo site ho bank ho school ho hwede ekoso awuachi mekon nie Samsung akofo clinic new kajetia ejaba jewel obi ase Franco yadawase 0245 316969 Bayport to say Sikano and Fasobia Maso Koi Fabe investment a woman so ye over my 3 months 6 months 1 year a dear oh honomo yeah dear ya dear honko bo pay Roland no usikada ho so bia ne atire e bere so ya pe kukuro wa other phones so betuma you are and as you betuma guide na wayi wo ba ya so ya de be hia Ghana card yenya register we pe asumdue mu ani ntu won bibi eso ne so the next 361 year a Bayport and American for Ediama war. Amakom traffic light Ghana had a baby. I will be 0242 288 915 mark your number no Daniel Daniel 0244 598400 mo frɛ Dorcas no 0558 119281 Eugenia 0559 980891 power nie asomdwe mu ani amenka wo se mo amode fatty liver ko ene mo dana se hepatitis prostate fibro kidney stone e de scan dia ba say yam keka ne nto ase live vocal wo liver ne nyina yie be ma bia wadro ye jirkajiri heba mesha and capsules channel so so be kokumase feyi asebuzuntunie do ya na junction no so akrade kwabenya ACP rural power bus stop takrade e anaji estate on the bank no ne pen 0244 544 422 uwie pa kai se na me eyi adumu a afofida no eye 21st of September me ena wo Oyerepa efi ha nyi obi apeso hye bia no ye nyina ye pese to chewu ewo big bite catering services ho ena ye nyina ne ye kwakodi aduane pa eye STC ya adumu a oforukuma sam ena meken ye se no pa no ndu before so beduru ho no besa no so no nwotwe na live band ne dase kama no pedoko bi wudi bibia to level sanse fufuo no nuru ho no na twese a set kama die ho no nuru ho no na busuen eno so are ready abetia ampesi banku all types of meat biano ya request on that day kai say French for fried rice ye bi o ya so ye and Ghana the all types of fried rice no so ye bi o ya so ye biado ka besie uni problem wo hono mo ya dwumakuo na mpese dan nyina no yensom mo workers na som dwemu na tuana bosomi a no so ekwan eda ho ye SCC ya demon ye koyi 0201 618 579 agan ye yakopem ewo nipaduane mu sanse benim no sa agan yakansie ho na bedi nkunim agan ko nipaduane mu a ema ahoden eba enu ntina wo a woto prekese mesha no kai se immune booster bomoden ama ho nkoma no ehwa yeden mu amokoto agan malames no hyede so se malaria typhoid no eno ebetu ase de ama wunya heba mesha and capsules no a ebeyi menstrual problems no e de afri ho waist pains na fe be ma wadi mensam ewo mpem ne tonic ne de esiesi nipa ema ho ye fefefe ebi to odro bia no aganro no eno ena medi ho adanse de ama wo 0500 888830 0241 60 47 02 the boss player deba no tenated marketing company semenka wo se ni no no yanko agina da ansa ne abua since the year 2003 adue agina ne naso den na tradition goes on maka wo se malake ne de woti a ache ne ho ase typhoid fever malaria na woti edwa gagaga wo se asoben no ebetu ase oba pese bosome so na bu nsa obi ahu ne asi a wokọ a wo so to tenated vinegar mo amokoto tomac mixture no eno de osa ne bedwane na afi gas no so eko Hayan capsules ya bomodin twuka na nwumere bomodin fefa ntem na hwede ekoso sanso na bible no betuma kan snapa na nwumere a ni nyina na ye tenated Hayan capsules before capsules akere de betuma ye ebra be manom na before no ano ayiri nche na adi ko hia oba no na oba na ni agye ho kai se ukoso fly temena ho no mu a ye market ba ko ade aba ho so men so ye oba ko ho na santase opposite Apre Junction ye nyina so na fi boss player and twa also so emfama mo
okay engwa quick bafo yenkwe na fe items yentwa so sisi
ti yakọ nti bon yenko tama this is how Kotoko introduce Agadas back to their supporters with the any tata we nche wo ho kra titama finally no Kotoko say I omo we kame Agadas menya nanka visa me tie the dasie no sound ne dasie no
Energy, passion, leader. That's who I am. I am Otuo-Acheampong. And I'm back again. Back for the goal. Back for the push for success. Back for the new beginning. Uko apima. Apimeba.
Asante manda usidenga sa bomba hatu. Nisem nyibashe
akano amanfo ntie oho ukokotoko social media handles na and so tama entokwa ni moyedin both Haas and Kotoko claim say oma register Dominic Insobila sorry Haas and Ediana sorry both Haas and Ediana claim say oma register Dominic Insobila in fact Ediana say omo twen no ochina e wodoma Haas say omo de ni ITC no omo twen e ba wi a omo we bibia and we are ready to unleash him in Kumasi on Friday. Enti unsem na wo kano. Say she say was unso ko babim because embe ade embe yipa. Tama GFA former vice president George Fiye ɔsi ohun deɛ nti a ɛsɛ sɛ GFA ɛtɔ kaa ɛde ma Benjamin Asare ɛwɔ abere a ɔmo wakɔ World Cup akɔnya sika na Salima arguably no the best player in the league no wɔanya hwee nti ɛno nso yɛ ne concern kɛse a ɛda hɔ no mo emerenti voice no na kɛse kɛyɛ bɔ nanso so yɛntimi ambɔ ɔsi ebia na sika na Ghana Football Association mpanimfoɔ no so ɔmo de ma clubs no as prize money no ebia na free drug locks hɔ mpo ɛna ɛba nti makotokɔ ne house ma ɔmo ne nyi sɛ ɔmo gyi sika no ɔmo mɛsɛ ɛfɛ ne sika no efiri hin ɛna ɛba ɛno nso so ɛyɛ deɛ ɔno nso so aka ɛnso so amayate ebrenti medisi ha na
so I agree with Mr. George Free on the source of the FA sponsorship. Say if any board come out, I agree 100% with him. 2, I disagree with him on Asare. I don't believe that the FA Asare is the best local player as far as the league is concerned. But I think that the yardstick was the Black Stars. The local player one who more than the Black Stars. And I'm the top kind of man. So the Premier League can buy whatever for who is the best player in the Premier League. But for the Black Stars, I think that Asare has made a big statement. Obibia or yes, strong advocate for local player. No, but Asare they also they can't say. Yes, Obi argument was that after all, your first goalkeeper. But so yes, tell my first goalkeeper in April, no. Or am I gonna feed the first goalkeeper no? To the extent that even when the first goalkeeper buy, people were still saying say Sasa Neda. Because before the World Cup, no, he was the first goalkeeper until this coach came. So I think the argument but I am with the FA and the ministry say if they want to motivate local player, say opportunity to go to a Black Star. And my created that vacuum, the gap between winning the foreign based players. No, I say who say once no, you are equal to them. Asare na prove that in recent times. Asare na prove that when the foreign based players, no, there was no gap. So the poem, not to get at the poem. There was no gap so you're foreign based and we after all, Sasali when opportunity to play in the national team. No, to bet me, I'll make it to the grade, but you couldn't. So we are good as the best player in the local team, the league, but not good when it is that all graduated to go and play and excel in the Black Stars. So I'm not sure that there's a question on it. People should understand it. Because medium coach Ibrahim Tanko, I say the aim was also maintaining the league trophy. No, and then I heard the recruitment that teams now. All the clubs in the all my year. Put everything together and so in league in him will be a players or picking so better idea now. May I agree with him because if I'm not afraid that arguably we are the best of recruitment as far as this season is concerned, arguably because of the players or losing players or the Ababeshim anyhow players and understanding how they know the league and understanding in the league, So if it is anything to go by, in the last season, so very consistent. But then, you see other teams ever try to push up a bit. So, time that's what league at the point in time. No, what league best 7 points. I know 5 matches or squander Saturday. Be on your second time lucky, and don't guide against that. If he wants to win the league, so time I'll come back in the afternoon.
So, my name is Sir George. When you enough time to explain himself and expand an argument now. I'm sure say nobody will be against the GFA president rewarding Benjamin Asare, but I want to believe the argument is GFA is winning now. Their biggest product is the Ghana Premier League. Nobody should Mobia and Dada Blasters near the product of the GFA. FNA is winning now. Now, if you go through their Congress reports, their biggest product where they get Kenya and the Ghana Premier League. That is the first number one biggest product. And when that product, was, you've not rewarded the best place in that tournament, in that competition. Now, your biggest product. And arguably, not the best player in the last league was Salim.
at Mediama. He was the best player in the league. And the argument I just say you don't even respect your competition now. On krata muno first on your list because for boom masa competition no. Because a ball league ni we no onya awards. Award do the best players who perform and the best teams that perform in that league that you played. But what was Jampo? I created a new award. Said best domestic best player. Meanwhile, there was only one player in the Blasters. Oh, the argument people are making. And yes, there were 2, 3, 4. Like I say, among them, when an airborne home day, there was only one local Blasters, which is Wasare. The name best domestic in my say he. And then I'm going to compete and way back. You can reward your Asare, but the argument I'm sure
you can reward Asare. Yeah, you are sorry.
Oh, me you.
Okay, you are sorry.
Oh, sorry. Then slip of a year. But me I reward Asare. But argument they say league na ye bona and there supporters are no money about money nam now because of the Ghana Premier League in Tinomonam and yet Blasters in Tinomonam. This league now, I promoting no, and also the best player no day. I'm just saying that this argument maybe he was making maybe I want me as and I'm sure say on this note I agree with George and everybody who believes that Kurt and Co are not putting a lot of respect, a lot of defense in Munyam. Our number one product now. Ghana Premier League. I'm saying that is where they are coming from.
Yeah, I'm going, man.
No problem.
I didn't.
You too. Kotoko unveil Agadas. Na one sign in amount for Nibe Kumupa because this season looks like clubs no Juma when it comes to their recruitment had to folk going in for John entry at least to strengthen their attack in terms of experience. Critical moment out here. A leader on the field. You to be calm players no. Now what motivate you when the going gets tough. John entry about for that. Ediana Abdia Mankonaba in the Ghana contest or in the Ghana Premier League contest. Amankona after winning the top scorer twice. You expect something from him. That is also experience on the field. Almost so the Aba. Go stars are called for Kwame Poku. If you lose Samuel Atakumi and you go for Kwame Poku, Edini Bejina when Nimwa, or to you lose top scorer. Now in Kwame Poku, a potential 15 goals, a player who can give you that. Yes, Kwame Poku. All factors considered. 15 goals, and Yadia Bed in the Kwame Poku or the Mawa. Last season, I think he scored 7, if I'm not wrong.
So potential to score 15.
Was the last season by Kwame injuries bar. First game Kotkoni Brekum Chelsea around the 35th minute and prior off for almost 10 games.
Okay.
And Sanoba back. Until now injuries on and off. But even with that, him say on a very good note. Yeah. He's that player that can give you that goals.
Okay.
And Obianim the goal scoring abilities is not in doubt. And Kotokosu make sure say the experience in the bounce, Mediama so far Emmanuel Ano, who is also one player you can trust when it comes to the goal scoring to obey Jumane the amount. Now, I said the amount that sign and important. The Jama fact clubs with any experience are players with the corner. It's so check got commit for now. Experience no from. Walid just joined Kotoko last season. He's yet to settle. Any injuries are Walid in eye. Potential no about one settle. Jawab to add the light in the Kotoko midfield. He's a young player. This is a player that is less than 22 years. When you have a good season. But the last season, we had ding pan. People realize the last best 7 matches, Jawu started fading off Kaka. Because he's not built for that. Or that energy. Then we could be a double. On injuries, could you say Tabani Ade? So when you get someone like Agadas, for the tax ahead, former captain, there's a coach in Epe, Obia, Nimuemia Kakra, supporters, Ebi Abo and Fa or Muhurumo. Oh, Obia who be paying.
Organize you. Leader on the field.
Just John Entry, just a Kobia, a Diana Bet Trust Mancona, just a Go Star, say expect to say the NBA
continue.
That is the same thing that you expect from Agadas. So that is a good one from Kotoko too.
Agadas. Award no Benjamin Sana award.
Zakito nanimu. Who's the best
domestic player in the Blasters? Asari ya na meka na asema mzutu. Aya na mpese meko na asema obi.
One ya obi be Juan Wesi.
And obi obi Juan Wesi bone. Na se na meka che Zakito recently about 3 weeks ago meko kolego no. Onse kwa na Asari ye wo no tete no. Na obi oye close to him no ka baby Asari ofri na ebusuo dem. Surprisingly that time oko World Cup no. So tunu na ebusuo ni she free jim. And Abushanya no dia twins on no more chance of Boko World Cup this cabra na omo this cabra be ye.
Okay.
The story ni is so sad. Anytime we benya bibia no, ya na me happy because so to it's not that easy to come from that poor background. I'm so to me society. So we can reach that level. Tiana Benjamin Asare there. Say the missing nim the issue no. Me can ask my na me ye kakra. But I think kwa mo fa so designers had the man no man designing ye. So let me say, if you say it's the best domestic player in the Black Stars, how many players in the World Cup maybe? See any best foreign players who are the Black Stars. So what let me say? It's a dinner at the toast now at this as kind of man, and I the kind of man and them to a problem kaka. So let me say, but when the journey how he has struggled to and at the Black Stars, aside the chess national teams to boy a lot of maturity. And I think if could have find a different name to award Benjamin Asare. So I can't demand them to say the best domestic player in the Black Stars. Whereby our Black Stars and there was only one player out of domestic league in Namsu to Okomo. I know a big problem. Agadas so media mejitu say Richie Bodo Agadas. Bema Boda one reaching the potential.
Other opportunity.
Age wise.
Now I say no 20.
But so when Oyerepa 28, 29 African players, it becomes a problem to move to a bigger European market. Baby, you feel say top talent has me to you know. So me hear Ghana ye players ni bi. So na say World Cup ye ko boy. Kwesi Sibo, Caleb Yirinchi. Me hear some midfielders na say Salima no boy ya no wo Lensi Summit na me ho mo na me so to me ho mo bo a me ho agadas bi am say nyame na ne bo ni wi asinti sometimes you maybe how you cannot question it. Yes, because agadas at this stage to and in the generation we Blasters one and case where top midfielder.
I think he still has an opportunity.
He still has a chance. That agent ain't catching us out. Still a chance. Agent catching us out.
I never want to say how many players am to your mom even opportunity from here local league to enter the Black Stars. So tell me say Baga that's born now or born. Bema born I have me who I got that from Nkura Brem then the boy obo. I got say next year I say should be playing for a great European team. But maybe I never be doing it. A good sign in Makotoko because one own him club and that. Obeba with a lot of experience. Team need here a leader on the pitch. Sign your money binams to when you sign players like Agada, somebody met him no. So I think it's a good sign for Asante Kotoko.
Thank you. Senior Ane Abbas, Mummy and going.
Radio no call.
Bon, Beba so there.
Beba so.
How's Beba the Abbas?
Yeah, but the ban is somebody.
Oh.
I don't know Friday. I'm a Panama catcher.
Okay.
Maybe I don't go for court to Omokum. Near there.
Now, as sorry,
I didn't come and say, my family. Ora Christopher Damanya, doctor. Also, her.
Okay.
Now, or catch will say Friday game, a gamer or no. A choir of us share for never seen there. On Tia said that. Until Friday, there's
and Friday,
you go see that.
I must say, why happy birthday.
I must say,
I mean, nearby. Oh, I Bogalu twist. Indeed, my man, happy birthday.
Okay, I was it.
Now, Tanya Breno, AC Codintino. A Friday, Kotoko. Heart, your heart. Name on party for
now. Just I won't say this week. And I knew one of mine.
Park Academy for Park City for no actually can be Namen Canwa. Enti ye players no more be ready. If you are chair comedy for 2 or more na senior na pubi mine and a year park ye host ball. One more chair woman or the amami. enti Fulani nyina wo Friday
Park Academy
Port City omo ya Port City come on kwahe omo na share mo makode Fulani
4 o'clock ye ba kuma ya bana no utwam untua mfa ho na me aduma Friday ye the boss scoreboard and be abo main gate e be abo center line utueska ma gate no utueska ma side say Europe utueska America mo utueska re no e be $1,000 e be $600 e be $800 za billboard sikwam na ya advert e billboard na on kota de we billboard na kota de ya ba di gate yo
wa na edede
ya ba ya de na ya fa do na de tum na ko oni enjo
Oyerepa 100.7
42 countries in the best goalkeeper 5 asare kan according to FIFA best goalkeeper asare the 3 lions do deny am for win
okay
in the chroma na ye ba na the neighbor to be anya ready say me aduma Friday 4 o'clock wake up goalkeeper neighbor if you are seeing na keeper
there is news for that time